There we go. Blue.
Blue.
You're into the blue?
Look how cool you look. You look like Ace Frehley from the solo album right now.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. Hey, dude.
Dude.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
I'm having a beer this time. I haven't had one in a long time.
I'm having a Mighty Swell spiked seltzer. Tiger's blood flavor.
Oh, beer is very hoppy.
These are just one of those random things where, like,
Cafe.
if we go to the grocery store and there's like something I've never tried on clearance.
Sure. And it has a tiger on it.
Tiger's blood. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's different flavors. But then I have regular beer too, in case I need it. As backup.
I don't see the bowl back there.
No, I just have them sitting over here now.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I realized the bowl was unnecessary because I could literally just carry them and put them on the desk, and I'm just like,
well, how are you going to keep them cold?
The bowl didn't have ice in it. It was just.
Oh, I thought the bowl had ice in it.
No, I did throw 3 beers in the freezer for an hour, so those should be relatively cold. This is pretty good. This Tiger's blood.
It looks delicious. I can't wait to have one. I'm going to get one next time. If Tiger's Blood wants to sponsor us and send me a case,
no, it's called Mighty Swell.
Oh, if Smirl.
Mighty Smirl. I think this is a regional company. I don't think it's over where you are. But they're actually just a regular sparkling water company that started making these spiked seltzer things.
You know what I could do, though? I could hire a guy in a Trans Am and a guy in a semi-truck to get a semi-truck of that stuff up from Texas to Illinois.
That is a good reference because I love that movie.
So who doesn't?
The show's already started now because you made such a good reference right there. It's got to be in the show. So I'm assuming you've seen Smokey and the Bandit, so I don't have to have you watch that movie.
I even saw the second one.
Loaded up and trucking. It's like the only country music song I like.
Oh, come on.
Well, I also like that one, Just a Swangin'. I love that one, too.
There we go. That's a good one. And Everything by Dwight Yoakam is awesome.
I don't know.
I kind of like country music now because it all sounds like Bon Jovi.
You're not wrong.
Right? I mean, it's really weird.
I don't like it at all. But, I mean, the only country music songs I like are ones that my wife likes, which is just a few. So
yeah, I try to like whatever Jessica likes too.
Because that gives it some sort of meaning for me. I'm like, oh, she likes this song, but otherwise I'm just like, get the fuck out of my face with this shit.
Okay. Yeah, we were talking about that. I mean, I like the Patsy Clines and the Hank Williams. I like that stuff. There's that early twang drawl thing, and I really like that stuff. But yeah, I mostly like the way it sounds, how it's recorded. But like new country is so rock.
It's not even. It's just I don't know if you saw, but there's like one of the top streaming country artists is completely AI. Not even real musicians or anything. It just and the music is so shit nowadays that it doesn't matter. Everyone's just eating it up.
Right. Yeah. I'm not.
Anyway,
not interested. Not interested.
No, neither am I.
Right. Okay. Well, hey, I feel like it's been a long time because usually we're mid-month, but now we're end of month. So it feels like we skipped a month or something, but we didn't.
No, we really just kind of skipped a week.
But it felt longer.
It does feel like it's been a while.
Right. Yeah. I even forgot what we talked about last time.
What did we talk about? Oh, we talked about it was Adam Ant.
Oh yeah, Adam Ant
and Mastodon.
Yeah, good episode.
That was a very good episode.
If I can pat us on the back.
And now I own 3 Adam Ant related albums.
Right.
But eventually I'm going to get Dirk Wears White Socks. I just haven't done it yet. It's probably because that Friend or Foe kind of knocked the wind out of my sails.
Sure.
Because there's a few songs on there that I was like, oh, this is great. But then it kind of gets samey and not very adventurous. And it kind of abandons
side 2 for some reason.
Yeah.
Right? Like side 2, it just churns on, and then you're like, okay, a lot of people gave up on him on that record.
Yeah. It abandons some of the quirkiness that I really liked in those other 2 albums. Cause I got the Prince Charming, and I was like, this album fucking rules.
I'm so glad you liked that record.
But Friend or Foe, I was just like, this has got a couple songs I like, but it really is, it gives me the feeling that the song on it, Goody Two Shoes, it's one of those songs you just put it on and I'm like, okay.
Well, I figured that now that you're kind of getting into the Adam and the Ants lore, that song would have meaning to you now. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
I'm
you
not that
knew who
smart.
he was.
I don't pick up on stuff like that.
Well, ant music and ant rap and ant this and ant that. And then you'd be like, oh, Adam Ant. And now you know he's famous. And then all that stuff about Goody Two Shoes and all that stuff. I thought,
No, is that related to something with him?
well, you'd never had perspective on Adam Ant before. He was just some jerk off singing a song you didn't
Oh,
really
I
like. But
gotcha.
now you kind of like him.
see
And I
it.
was wondering if you were like, oh, okay, I can see why he put out that song, right?
Yeah,
Because
it still doesn't do much for me. It's fine though.
it does go.
Yeah. He likes that drum beat for sure.
And I do like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I mean, for the most part, I like the inclusion of the horns on a lot of the songs. It's a nice touch, but I guess it's just the actual songs is what's not quite as exciting for me anymore.
Yeah, I went to one of the 2 times I saw him live in concert. He was touring on the Friend or Foe album, and he played that album in its entirety, which was, I probably mentioned this. I'm sorry. Oh, hi, internet. Oh my God. Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
This is Summum, Bonum.
Oh yeah, somebody's got to do the introduction.
Right. Yeah, and I'm Smirl, and that is Old Head right there.
Hi.
Hi. But when I went to go see the first set, he played that album, and I thought, oh, I don't really like the whole album.
Yeah.
Like I was getting bored. But then the second set came out, and he just rocked through everything. It was amazing. So I was well worth the money. And that dude is how old did we discuss?
70.
Right.
Or maybe 71 now.
I know.
He's still out there doing it. Somebody posted a recent video of him, and he's very lethargic on stage, not really moving or anything. And I've seen other footage that's recent that's the opposite of that, and I'm like, oh, he must be burnt out and exhausted because I feel like he might be doing a lot of shows right now, and he's a 70-year-old man. So
right. And I kind of feel like he was hit or miss from the beginning.
And probably also still on a lot of meds that doesn't help either. Because, if he has.
Yeah, we don't know what his mental health issues are right now, do we?
He's got to be on. I mean, it's just from what I've read, he probably has a regimen of pills to keep him
AM
stable.
and PM box.
Yeah.
Every day, AM, PM. Okay.
We have that at my house. Only I do the AM. I only do my pills in the AM.
Oh, okay. What about your dogs? Your dog's got a pill box?
No, my dogs don't take any pills. My Schnauzer Melvin, he takes these sort of like special treats that are good for like bone health and joints and stuff like that. Because he's kind of an older man, and he's very stiff. He's a very stiff boy.
You guys got any cannabis for dogs yet? Do they have that?
No. I'm going to tell before we start. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to do my own Spalding Gray right now, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you a story. This is the story. Look, I'm trying to think of a good title for it before we begin. This story. This story is called "Drowning in Sparkling Water." I don't know.
Oh, okay, drowning in sparkling
It's not
water.
good. So anyway, I've never been like a big marijuana person, but I've enjoyed marijuana, randomly throughout my life. But I learned early on that I have to be in control of it, and I can't be very much, because if I get really high, my brain sabotages it, and all of a sudden the paranoia and anxiety all kicks in, and I spiral.
Same.
So I'm not but
right.
So my wife and I are at a liquor store, and she she goes, look, there's a whole section of THC infused
what is
drinks
that stuff in there?
And I go, oh, I want to try that. So we bought like this little pack of a variety pack of these. I don't even remember what they were called now, but they were kind of like this, only instead of alcohol, it's THC infused. And I don't know. I know nothing about it. All I know is there was these cans, and it's a variety pack, and it said
all I know, officers,
it said 10 milligrams on the can.
Oh, wow,
is what it said.
Or the can.
On the can. Yeah, per can.
The can. 10 mils. Okay.
10 milligrams of THC or CBD, whatever it is. Not THC, whatever it is. It's not.
It's THC.
Anyway, So in my brain, there's nothing on the box that says, whoa, mister, make sure you slow down on these because these are some heavy shit. Doesn't say it anywhere on the box. No. And it's a fucking drink. And the whole thing is like, you don't have to have alcohol to be social. Socially drink these THC drinks. So I'm like,
there's no alcohol in them. There's
no alcohol. No alcohol. So we come home and my wife's, working on some of her work stuff. And I go, you know what? I'm going to pop into VHS and I'm going to drink a couple of these drinks.
A couple.
I drank two. Hold on. So here's the thing. So I put on. I was watching. That night I was watching the year that punk broke with Sonic Youth and Nirvana.
Sure. Yeah. Anal OD.
And I drink anal OG. And I was drinking. I drank most of one, and I didn't really feel anything.
No, not right away.
And I was just like, okay, interesting,
Right.
But nothing in me went, oh, it's going to hit you hard. I thought like, okay, I'm going to get a little buzz because this is literally just. It's not supposed to be full on THC because it's not legal here. So anyway, so I go and grab another one, and I'm drinking the other one, and I'm about halfway through the year that punk broke. And all of a sudden, I start to feel high, like normally, and I go, "Oh, I'm feeling something now." But then it just it increases and increases and increases. And by the time I reach the end of the year that punk broke, minutes are lasting like 10 minutes.
Yes.
So like I'm watching them play a song, and one section of a song ends, and I go, was that really long? That section of that song? That's crazy. And so then like, just because I'm curious, I get my readers on and I'm looking at the can, and it literally says, to start out, just drink one, but here's what it says. Never exceed 2 in 24 hours. So I just drank.
The warning.
I had drank. Oh yeah. You had to really look for it to get the warning. So I drank. I had the maximum amount.
Sure.
So the movie was
2
over.
Hours.
So
2 hours.
Yeah.
Not 24 hours.
Yeah. 2. So the movie was over, and everything was like.
Sure.
Starting to like be uncomfortable because I'm like, okay, this isn't fun, and everything felt.
Right.
The most that I could explain is I kept getting trapped in minutes of time, where I would be there, and then I would snap out of it, and it would feel like 10 minutes had passed, but really I was just sitting there, and I was like, oh my god, this sucks. So I go, you know what? I'm going to go eat a little something. I had like a banana and something else. And I kept feeling worse. And so I go, okay, I'm just going to go lay down. Because, at that point, my brain's working well enough that I go, you know what? I know that I'm just really high now. And I shouldn't have drank that much. Let's go lay down. And I'm laying down. And all of a sudden, I start to get really panicky because when I'm trapped inside my brain and a minute is lasting 10 minutes. Within those minutes, I start going through all these scenarios of, is it possible for me to have permanent damage to some part of my brain? Because,
totally.
And then all of a sudden, my chest is starting to get tight, and I'm just like, am I having a heart attack?
Are you having a heart attack?
And so I text my wife, and I go,
that's the first thing.
And I go,
is she in the house? Is she in the house?
She's in the house. She's in her office, and I'm in the bedroom. So I text her and I say, I'm really high. Can you please come here? Now, just texting that was so fucking difficult to do.
It's very hard.
And so I tried to talk some of it, and it was bad. So anyway, she comes into the room, and at first she's all like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to call my mom and show her how high you are." And I'm all like, "No,
don't do that." No,
so all of a sudden I was like, "This is very embarrassing," because I was really starting to freak out. Mm-hmm. And so my wife is like sitting down with me, and I literally keep getting like trapped in like moments of time and then forgetting where I am and then popping back into it. I'm like, oh my God, this fucking sucks. And all of a sudden I just start spiraling, and I start freaking out more and more and more. And my wife's like, looking things up. She's just like, look, I'm looking up like what can happen to you. And literally it's just, you just gotta wait it out. It's going to go away. Nothing's wrong with you. If you were having a heart attack, you would be in a lot of pain. You wouldn't be able to breathe. You would be passed out or whatever. You know, you're fine.
Right.
And I started to get so paranoid that at one point she was like, "You want to get up and get in the shower?" And I got up to get in the shower, and all of a sudden, like everything in the room, it felt like I had been woken up from a waking nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like if you're having a dream and you get up and you don't know that you're up, but then you come to. I felt I felt like all of a sudden I, for a second, thought that none of this had actually happened. And I was actually I was having some sort of manic episode.
Okay.
But then I snap back into it and I go, no, this is still happening. I still feel fucked up. And I'm just like, I can't, no, I have to lay down. I have to lay down. And so like I'm laying down and like my wife keeps trying to be calm about it. And I'm worried because I'm now not only anxious about what's going on with my body, but I feel embarrassed.
Sure you do.
And I don't want my wife to be worried. So I keep asking her, you know, are you worried about me? She's like, no. I'm like, are you sure you're not worried about me? No,
no, I'm not.
And then she'll be like, nothing is going to happen to you. And I started saying, how do you know? How do you know that?
How do you know nothing's going to happen?
How do you know nothing bad's going to happen?
Are you the one who did this to me?
Yes,
you did this.
No, I mean, it was so weird because I was aware enough to know what was happening, but not able to stop the intrusive thoughts that were saying like, your life is over now. This is how it ends.
Right.
And so like, this was like two hours of that until
2 hours.
Yeah, basically until finally.
Oh, you must have been hella annoying, dude.
I'm sure I was.
By the time your wife is like, dude, listen, you're fine, right?
She said she ended up later thinking it was pretty funny because I was really freaking out. But I literally had to find any way to calm me down. So I'm all like, can you give me a foot massage? You know, all these different things. And so finally, that wasn't going to work. That guy might as well have just crawled back up inside my body at that point.
I'm totally kidding.
But they
can you fix me a steak? Can you fix the car? Can you?
But I felt nauseous. So I didn't want to eat, and so like, but finally I fell asleep, and that was the end. And so like, sleeping a little bit, and then I woke up, and all of a sudden I kind of felt like I was coming out of it. But it had to have been it was over 2 hours before I started. And that's not 2 hours from when I started drinking. That would have been 4 hours from when I started drinking, probably.
Sure. But this thing started. It lasted like 2 hours.
That's
not a fun place to be.
No, it was a nightmare, and it was even worse just because I felt so annoying because I had to bother my wife, but I didn't want to be alone at the same time. You know.
Sure. So are the rest of these in the garbage already? Are they still sitting in your refrigerator?
Oh no, they got thrown away immediately.
Oh, she didn't just go shotgun to him just to join you?
No, no. She has a real job where apparently those will trigger a drug test.
Oh,
if you have to get a drug test.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, my job doesn't matter. You can
nobody tests you.
There's no drug tests in my work.
No, not. Well, there is going to be one now.
Probably. But needless to say, I think that I had like a traumatic experience that's totally turned me off to it, to where now like we'll pass by like, you know, CBD store and I'm just like, fuck you. I'm not fucking doing anything like that ever again. Because all the worst times I've ever had with marijuana were non-smoking times.
Yeah, you eat the shit. It's bad. It's not.
It was. I've had a brownie. Or
gummy,
or when somebody's like, you want to do a gravity bong or some shit like that. Like it's, you know, when you end up taking like massive hits that you shouldn't be fucking taking.
Sure, those I like.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was my my experience. Like this was not last week, but the week before, where I was just, it was awful. And it's like I can't even do it justice. My explanation of it, I can't even fully explain what it felt like, but it felt like a nightmare.
Right.
And
it's been like, dude, I haven't had anything in a long time. I can't do it. Like I felt all the paranoia and shame of that shit and embarrassment and everything that you just went through, like for, you know, 20 years of doing it totally fine, had a great time. It all slammed into me at one time. It was so painful and horrible. I can't go back. I
Yeah.
can't go back. I would freak out so hard if that happened to me again.
Yeah. Yeah. If they,
It's not
yeah.
good.
Yeah. Because in the past, whenever I would smoke, it literally would be a couple puffs. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm good. Like that would be it.
Yeah, no, totally. And I feel like smoking it's like when it goes through your lungs into your blood, it's a much different thing than when it goes into your stomach into your blood for some reason. And I would assume that liquid THC would be, would be worse than like food THC because it would just break down immediately and just go right in through your guts.
Yeah. It was, man,
And what was your what? Go ahead.
what?
Oh, I was just going to ask, like, what does your intestinal juices and stomach juices do to THC before it hits your blood? Like,
No idea. Yeah. Yeah.
and I don't even think, and then is there a vehicle? There has to be a vehicle because the vehicle for THC when you smoke it is the actual flower and then you catch it on fire and you inhale the smoke and it goes in. But like
Yeah.
when you eat the shit, I know that you can, you put it in butter or whatever, you do whatever, you can cook with it by putting it in another ingredient that goes in that soaks it up.
I think
like
this is the
fats in
same way
butter.
where there's some sort of chemical in the drinks.
Okay, so when you smoke THC from a vape or whatever, because I don't know anything about this,
I don't do vapes.
what
so
is
I don't
it?
know.
I don't know either.
I don't
They
know
have to
either.
put it in a vehicle, like they has to have a delivery mechanism in order to burn.
No,
And I was
no
just
idea.
curious, like what? So, dude, they started advertising those THC drinks like in the windows of liquor stores here and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
Because I just assume it would make sense that if you're going to make something like that, why wouldn't people get it to drink a bunch of them? So it should be like this miniature amount,
Right.
you know, like
People
that's
are
just.
gonna be slamming these things in the summertime.
I
and
can't
they're
be the
just gonna
only
get
person that's done that. I
wasted.
can't be the only person.
Was the name of the product? Hey, slow down, buddy. Was that the
No,
name of
no.
the no?
No, it was some.
This
It was.
give you some indication that you should take it slow. It was like, yo,
I
hey,
don't know.
whoops.
Don't even remember what it was called now.
Was it called Whoopsie?
Hold on,
Was it called a ton of bricks all at once?
I posted a picture on
Okay.
on Instagram
Before or after?
before. This was me like, hey guys, I
I
got
wish your wife
TH.
would post a picture of you after.
No, it was
No,
called.
okay.
Here you go. Look, it was called Daisies.
Oh, sure. It should have been called Doozies.
Yeah, Daisies THC social soda strawberry lemonade. Only 20 calories.
Oh, nice. What's the sugar in there? Can't tell, can you?
4 grams of sugar,
Okay.
gluten free,
Well, is it
0
vegan?
alcohol, hemp
Okay.
derived.
Oh, nice.
Whatever Delta 9 is. I think that's like a strain of THC that is like, if I remember right, Delta 9 is they figured out a way to take the THC and put it right at the chemical level right before it's illegal. Like literally, it's almost illegal, whatever the level of THC they use.
I think it's whack that Texas does not have legalized marijuana.
That's not the only whack thing about Texas.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that. I would feel that about Texas. It was just what, because like Oklahoma,
Hey, the Flaming Lips are from there, so you know.
right? No, but I'm just saying, like, don't you think that the Texas, like the Lone Star State, would be just going for that shit?
I don't know. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, we've just had a fucking governor that was trying to gerrymander the whole state.
Did it
So-
happen?
It's been blocked now, but who knows?
Okay.
Anyway, whatever. That's too serious. Let's get into some movies. We've been doing this back and forth thing, where we do albums and then we do movies. Now, depending on how this goes with you, the movie you watched of mine. Hold on one second. Excuse me. I don't want to. I'm not that crude. I'm not gonna burp into the microphone.
No, I'm glad
not
you draw
12
the line
anymore.
somewhere. No.
Anyway, so because like I started thinking about it and I go, you know what? Most of my favorite movies are all from the same period of time, and they're all the kind of movies that to me, I feel like if you didn't watch it at the time, it's really not going to have the same effect on you.
Totally.
So I don't.
Totally.
So
Yeah.
it's interesting because you did really good this time of not saying a fucking word to me. The only feedback I got from you is that you were bummed that there wasn't titties in the movie. That's the only thing that you said to me.
Yeah. What was that? What was that lady's name? Did I use the word titties?
No, I don't know if you did. I think you said nudity, maybe.
Boobs. I think I usually say boobs. I like the word boobs because it's a funny word. A nudity.
Yeah.
Did I say titties?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, I apologize to the
doesn't-
entire internet if I said the word titties because I don't feel that that's.
Well, I said it. I don't know. You probably said
Well, of course. Okay. Yeah.
You said bazongas, I think.
Aruga.
Ding donged.
Sweater puppets. Smirl. I said okay.
But were you talking about the character's name that you're talking about?
Yeah, the blonde lady.
Imelda Quirk.
Imelda Quirk. I've seen the movie twice now. I watched it again just on Wednesday, so I could get a little refresher course on the film.
I've just seen Imelda Quirk's ass coming down the ladder.
Right. I will say that there was a lot of lingering around on her body parts and stuff in that movie, which was nice. I enjoyed it. You know, I still enjoy a good foxy lady on film.
Yeah. Well, I think it was also like, you know, that's the point of view of all the boys in the band. I mean, they're all everybody was into her. Anyway, I'm sorry.
And the other ones were also very pretty, and they didn't mention them not even one time.
We should just start this off. Do you want to go first since we're already talking about?
I don't remember who went first last time. Is there rules?
I think I went first last time. And then
okay, so I love that you brought. Go ahead.
The movie that I brought to Smirl is The Commitments from 1991. One of my favorite movies of all time, and really the only movie in my favorite movies that I could actually look at and say, I feel like this is a good film. And I've read reviews that have backed that up from film critics. Right. A lot of the other movies I like, I don't know.
Okay. And so when did this this is how we usually started. How did this movie come into your life, and how old were you and what was going on?
I saw it in the theater in 1991 when it came out. Okay. I was 13. Okay. I don't remember how we got into the R-rated movie. Somebody's parents bought tickets or we snuck in. Don't remember. But it was just one of those things where we saw the trailer and I just felt like it looked like a fun movie. And so I don't even know which friend of mine went. One of my friends and I went to go see it. And I really liked it. So much so that I quickly went and bought the soundtrack on cassette tape after that. And it remained one of those movies that worked its way into being like a comfort film for me, where I just can sort of get lost in the world of that movie, and I feel it's a very comfortable movie to watch. But also, as I've gotten older, the last few times I've watched it, I've thought to myself, I feel like this is actually really well done. Like it has I guess because I'm American, it has a timeless quality because I've never been to Dublin and I don't know how different Dublin was then to what it is now. But it really does feel like it holds up really well. And so it's just remained a favorite of mine because literally every time, it's kind of like one of those movies you put on and like I put it on, and if it's on, I'm watching it until the end.
Okay.
So
this is okay, because that's what I was going to ask you, because like what about had you seen the trailer, or what about this movie made you want to go see it? Because
it was just the trailer. It looked fun.
Okay. And so you must have seen the trailer going to see another movie.
Or I saw it on TV, like a TV commercial trailer.
TV commercial. Oh, I remember those? Those nice when movies used to do that. So this Alan Parker guy, he did a lot, right?
He directed Pink Floyd The Wall, which at that point I knew that movie.
Okay. So he also directed Bugsy Malone.
Which I haven't seen, but...
Okay. So, if I believe Bugsy Malone, isn't that the one with the kids? Yeah, Jodie Foster and Scott Baio.
With the kids.
That's one of Jessica's favorite movies of all time, Bugsy Malone. It's gangsters where kids played the adults. So it's Jodie Foster, Scott Baio.
Oh, I've heard of that movie.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's one of Jessica's favorite movies, and so
It's Jodie Foster as a young person.
Yes.
But like probably post Taxi Driver though.
Sure. I mean, No, pre-Taxi Driver.
Oh
I
wow,
think
okay.
well, that's yeah. Because how old is she in Taxi Driver?
Teenager, I believe.
Right, Bugsy Malone came out in 1976. What time was Taxi Driver?
Around the same time, I think.
Really? Okay. Well, that's interesting. I don't claim to know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
But so he did Midnight Express, which was fantastic. I love that movie. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, but I know of that movie.
Okay, he did Fame, which was really great. He did Pink Floyd's
Taxi
Wall.
Driver was also 1976.
Okay, okay. Mississippi Burning was good, right?
Don't
And
remember that one. Gene
then
Hackman, right? I think is in that movie.
sure, sure. I think so. Wait, I don't actually know which one. Yeah, Gene Hackman's in that one. Yeah.
Hmm.
So he's a notable director,
Yes.
and boy, poor Gene Hackman.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
That's how I felt when I was really high that I was going to go out like Gene Hackman. You know,
right.
I don't know.
Yo, man, I'm going out like Hackman. Okay, so
Rest in peace.
rest in peace, rest in power, Gene Hackman. And his wife, did his wife die?
Yeah. Well, I believe that the way that
Their
it worked
dogs
out,
died. Everybody died, right?
I think the way that it worked out was that he was bedridden. His wife was taking care of him. Something happened to where she got sick and passed away, and then he was left on his own,
So
i.e., the
dementia,
dog
no
was
food.
also left on his own. Nobody was feeding the dog either. So I think it transpired over like a long period of time. Like that's
That's
frightening to
painful and
me,
horrible.
and I don't even want to.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't even want to think about it. That's just
Yeah,
that
you
dude
would think that.
was a great actor, and you would think that you think people would come check on him or whatever.
Right, right. Unless they were just recluses up there in the
He could have been. They could have been in the middle
or
of
down
nowhere.
in the. I don't know what they lived up in the or down in the. I don't
They
know which
lived in
direction
the
they
something.
lived. Over in the. You think they
Over
would
the
have
river and through the woods where Gene Hackman and his wife
where
lived.
Gene Hackman and his wife would live. And the dog didn't eat anybody, did they? Because that's what's really scary when you die and then your dog's like, "Well, I'm fucking hungry and you're meat, so I'm just going to eat you like that."
No,
Like,
I don't.
guess
I
cats
don't.
do that more than dogs, really, don't they?
I think. Yeah, I don't think so. But I don't know. I haven't read enough into the story because it was very sad, and I didn't want to bum myself out.
Yeah. So
Also,
yes.
I'm looking behind you. We've got Aretha Franklin, James Brown,
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
Jesse Jackson.
No, that's good.
Which
But
one
not
is that?
now.
Wilson Pickett,
Dude, yes, 3 for 3.
Otis Redding.
4 for 4.
Oh, Otis Redding's one of my favorite singers of all time, so I know him.
Sure.
That's the one I'm not totally sure on.
What if I said his first name started with C?
With C.
Yeah, his first name. Yeah. His second name, actually. His second name. He's a
Sam
CC
Cooke.
name. No, because Sam does not start with C. It starts
You said his last name. Sorry. Oh, okay.
well, his
starts
first
with
name
C.
and his last name.
His name is
Yeah. You're getting there.
Ke-
Yeah.
Kevin.
Cluck,
Carl?
Claire,
Clarence
and
Clemens.
Clarence. No, isn't he?
Clarence Roberts.
Clemens.
Clarence
Isn't
Clemens.
Clarence Clemens is the guy in the Boss's band.
He's
right?
he's in the E Street Band.
The E
He's
Street Band.
passed away. Rest in peace, Clarence Clemens.
Yeah.
Who's that Clarence
Power.
who?
Carter.
Oh, I don't know Clarence Carter, actually.
I know Clarence Carter because I feel like when my dad was making 45s and when I listened to his voice, they signed him. And I know this is racist. I'm going to say it, but it was a fact. This is what he was told to. This is what he was told by the people who signed him to Dot Records was that he was white, but he sounded black. So they hired him. And
Interesting.
yeah, I should get you some of his songs. They're really good. But anyway, Clarence, doesn't sound exactly like my dad. But anyway, I've always been drawn to Clarence Carter because of that fact for some reason.
I got to check out Clarence Carter because I know the music of all of those other four people. But him, I don't. And that's I like
Slip
that.
Away was his big one from the movie.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah. There's a lot of great fucking songs in that movie.
So many great songs. Okay, so I will tell you why I haven't seen a movie from him. Nice.
I have the
Guess
soundtrack
what I got?
on vinyl. What is that?
This
Oh,
is
okay.
The Real Commitments, which is the music of the Commitments sung by the original artists.
And
Oh, is that a DVD?
VHS.
Oh, okay. I can see. Oh, you're going to prove it by pulling it out.
And look, you can see a little
Nice.
thing that says "Get the soundtrack for the commitments" on the.
Oh man, we got to talk about the soundtrack. But anyway,
We'll get there, but yeah,
we're gonna get there.
this actually wasn't even released on vinyl in the U.S. This is like a German.
Yeah, I was
pressing.
going to say because wasn't it blue? It was blue, and that's black and white.
I don't know about the American. I don't remember because I had it on cassette. Anyway,
The CD though, that VHS was blue,
the
blue, right?
VHS was blue. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that the whole tone of the thing was okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Leave it to the Germans to take out the color blue.
I don't know. I think all the soundtracks were black and white, but I
Okay.
might be
For some reason,
wrong.
I remember them being blue, but blue and white. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, I also don't know the answer to that one.
Okay.
So somebody will put it in the comment section, right?
I hope if anybody's
So,
watching still after that THC
right.
story.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
Well,
this
that was
lightweight.
good. Do you think we've lost
No.
25% of our viewer because you can't handle weed?
Yeah, we didn't lose 2 viewers. We're okay.
We're still gonna be here. Right. Okay. Awesome. So okay. So
You didn't see the movie.
okay. So I'm sorry. You said you were how old again in 91?
13, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say I was 22 when the movie came out. Maybe I was 23. That would make sense. I was working in a record store at the time. Loved it. But it was a lifelong goal to get a job in a record store. Finally got one. Which, hey, kids, if you can pursue your dreams, if you just hope enough, you can finally make your dreams come true.
That's not true because Mark Smirl lived 2 of my dreams that I tried for both of them and failed. So yeah,
It's because you didn't have a vision board.
it's because I didn't have a song like "No Groovy" to back.
You know
me
what
up.
I was thinking? I was thinking this. You didn't like. You said there were certain songs by certain bands that you didn't like because the single that you heard didn't do anything for you.
Yeah,
I think that's what happened to our record. I think we picked the weak sauce song to put out, and not very many people liked it because it really is the odd man out on that record.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that it stands out as a single. Like when you hear the album, it just feels like that should be the single because it has a little extra sauce that's not on the other songs.
Okay. I mean, I would have thought just Stoning or Disposable may have been a better choice to like let people know who we are and then follow it up with No Groovy.
You're not wrong. But I mean, technically, they did release a radio single of Grind.
Yeah, but that's a sad story. For me.
Anyway,
right.
you got to experience that. I didn't, and I also didn't get to work in a record store. Well, I guess I worked at Best Buy in the music department.
I was gonna say, dude, we have had a full-on conversation about how you worked in the music department.
Fine.
That's what that.
So I almost got there. I worked at Best Buy, not a real record store.
Right.
I was in a band and I played a bunch of shows to nobody, but didn't get
get signed.
Didn't get a music video. Didn't get to wear these cool Carhartt things on my music video, wherever they were.
I've got a surprise in line for you on this. I'm trying to do it. I got to do some art to make it done because I can't figure out how to do it digitally. So I'm going to do it art wise. But anyway, this being said, I'm going to talk about,
you were 23.
What I want to say, because you said we're going to see how this goes.
Yes.
On the movie thing, because you, for some reason, why are you saying that? We're going to see how it goes.
I feel like you're going to have similar reactions to most of the movies that I would recommend because
they came out in a time period which I was 10 and I was 20.
Yes.
And you were 12 and I was 22 and you were 13 and I was 23.
Yeah. And they didn't speak to you. And then if you didn't see them then, a movie that's dated to the early 90s isn't necessarily going to speak to you now.
Right. And so my major point about this is I want to continue doing this because I enjoy your company, number one.
Okay.
And number two, I have now got a chance to revisit things that I dismissed.
Okay.
Okay. And
I'm not saying quit the show. I'm saying like, maybe try to figure out other movies.
Oh.
Like maybe I don't just dig into like my top 10 movies. Maybe I like think of one from another era and I go, oh, this is one I really like. Has he seen this one? You know.
Okay. Well, we could try that. Whatever.
Anyway,
this is good.
Anyway,
So that being said, and then of course the big theme that's been running through everything is like, oh, how old were you when you saw it, and where were you in your life, and what had your experiences been, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so
yeah.
this plays in really big to this movie. Like, I did not see the Rambo movie because I assumed that it was just a pro-war propaganda recruitment video for the United States military, and I wasn't into that idea. It didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't floating my boat.
No, that was
Turns
part.
out it
That was
wasn't
part,
that.
That was part two. Well, actually, part two is not really
that-
even like that either. But still,
Okay, so but anyway, that being said, I enjoyed the movie. Then what was the other one? Oh yeah, Wayne's World, and I would love to apologize to Wayne's World because I was mean to that movie, and I feel bad about it.
but you didn't like it though. You can't deny when you don't like something.
I could have said something else. I could have said some other stuff. I could have been more poignant about it. I could have been a little more lenient. I didn't have to attack it. But that one did strike a nerve. That one hit right at a thing that makes me go,
Yeah.
and I don't know why. But I didn't have to sit here and malign that movie in front of you.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. I'm not going to make you watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So, you know.
Well, actually, I would rather watch that because hearing the things that you and Eddie say about the movie makes me think, and those cards that you showed, I was like, oh, I bet that's pretty good. Why didn't I see that? And I love Keanu now.
Oh, Keanu rules. He's been cool since day
now
one.
I do. Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, okay. So this is definitely. Oh, is that the one with? Is that the other guy? Oh yeah, Point Break. Is that one?
Yep.
Vaya con Dios.
Speaking of one of my favorite movies of all time.
Well, I'm gonna have to see that one.
Maybe that'll be the next one because that one's like we're hitting an action movie this time.
Sure.
90s action too.
Yeah.
Directed by an Academy Award-winning director, so maybe that'll be,
Steven Spielberg.
No, Catherine Bigelow.
Oh, what did Catherine Bigelow win an Academy Award for?
The Hurt Locker, I think, was the movie.
Locker. Sure, people loved that movie.
I didn't see it. I don't watch war movies, except for Rambo.
Right, Rambo. Right,
that's it.
Rambo.
And Commando.
And Commando, and anything Chuck Norris.
And Missing in Action. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, right. Saving Private Ryan. No,
I do like Shaving Ryan's Privates. That's a good one.
Oh, who doesn't like that?
I don't want
bushy so fast. They get bushy so fast.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to watch that movie. I want to watch Ryan let it grow out. That's what I want to watch.
Oh, nice.
More of a fan of that.
Natural.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm 23 apparently.
1991.
1991. I've got a job at a record store. Getting good at it. Pretty awesome. Dream comes true. Playing in a band called Kill Whitey. Have to defend that name to a lot of people who would have questions about it. Had to get my white ass cooking on history. Right? I had to get my fucking Caucasian Kansas ass, born in a free state. Kansas was a free state. I got to get my anti-slavery, bloody Kansas, John Brown. I got to get my shit going. Mm-hmm. I feel that I'm compelled to go that direction anyway. My parents were very compassionate, liberal people. Mm-hmm. Wanted not, definitely there's some racism in Kansas. I'm assuming it's everywhere, but there was definitely some racist shit going on. So I'm getting up a way of being and a tolerance and a pushback, not just to not engage or not participate, but hey, you know what I mean? Okay. So I'm of that age where I'm like, I'm getting kind of militant about it or whatever, mm-hmm. And so this movie comes out and I was like, fuck that movie.
Because why?
Because I ain't gonna watch a bunch of hunky ass motherfuckers sing a bunch of soul songs. They should just make a movie about the soul songs and the soul artists. There's not a fucking black person in that movie. And I understand it's about Ireland.
Well, yeah.
There's not a black person in that movie at all. Okay, so the way I looked at it, because I hadn't seen the movie, is because I'm sitting in the record store and I am blowing Commitment soundtracks out the door as fast as we can get them priced and on the shelf. I mean, this is like, whoa, what is going on? And I got this Big Chill feeling. Do you know that movie, Big Chill? Yeah. It was another one of these. Let's cash in on the soundtrack of these songs that are known, and we're going to sell a whole bunch of soundtracks. We're going to create a bunch of nostalgia.
But the difference is the Big Chill soundtrack just had the actual fucking songs on it, and it wasn't
big
like
difference.
the people in the movie performing the songs.
Right. and in my opinion was, well, at least they used the people who did the songs. But I understand. So my thought was, is that guy English, by the way, Alan Parker?
I believe he is. Yes.
Okay. So what I didn't want to see is a movie by an Englishman who purchased the screen rights to an Irishman's book
Mm-hmm.
and then told the Irish story from an English person's direction because the English were dick to the Irish and the English were definitely chattel slavery motherfuckers on the nth degree. And so I did not want to watch an English person direct a movie about Irish people who were saying that they were black, taking music from black people.
Yeah, he's from
and popularizing
he's from London, so he's like,
okay.
legit.
So that was my take on the whole thing. I didn't engage because I had a political problem with the whole thing.
Yeah.
The project looked to me like usurping other people's culture and making a buck off of it, like throwing all these really rad songs into the mouths of white people and then but they're Irish. And so we can talk about the whole, I did not break it down by scene because I felt like that didn't go over well. So we're just going to talk about the movie. So that being said, I didn't see the movie. I didn't listen. And I'm in the record store selling these albums and on cassette to people, and I'm like to white people in Kansas, and I'm like, wow, I hope they're going home and they're looking up the people who did these songs and they're going to buy their records. That I was not seeing.
Yeah. Do you know why this is weird to me? Because I remember, if I remember right, this movie didn't do well, and the
soundtrack was huge.
But I'm like, who the fuck was buying it? Like, if I bought it because I liked the movie.
Did we look up the sales of that thing?
No, but I know it was a bestseller, but it still baffles me because I'm just like, who doesn't go to a movie but then goes and buys the soundtrack to that movie? That's just it's a little.
What do you mean? Who? Oh, you mean if no one goes to the movie, why are people buying the soundtrack?
Yeah, because the movie wasn't financially successful as far as I remember.
Okay, I would love to know answer that question, and I would love to know because I didn't pay attention. Was there a venue for which these versions of the songs were being played? And like, did it become like an American Idol thing or Ireland's Got Talent thing where all those kids from that movie got music careers? Because then that one lady went on to be in the Corrs, right? And then there, like, some people they were hired, were they not? They were hired because of their music skills and not their acting skills. Correct?
Yes.
That was famous. That was famous. Okay. So they were really playing. Kudos. You can tell when people are playing music in a movie.
It's helpful in this movie.
Oh, it's very helpful in this movie because the editing is very good and that they're playing and that you're seeing hands and instruments means that they're playing it, which was nice. And that lended us a certain credibility to the movie that I really enjoyed. Okay.
Yeah. But but from my point of view, because I was a person that, like, around that time, I was glued to MTV and entertainment news and magazines. And there was no buzz about this movie. It was me and my friend. I don't remember there being a buzz about this movie at all. It's just, it's so weird to think of that.
Well, I mean, maybe I was in a college town.
Yeah. I lived in Austin, but I mean, I also was 13 and not in college. So maybe the college kids were.
Yeah, it was so successful they released the Commitments Volume 2 soundtrack.
Which I don't have, but I eventually would like to get it.
So I remember back in the day, I'm like, why the fuck they only just put out a record that has all the songs by the artists that did them? And then lo and behold, somebody did. And I remember that album. And because I remembered the album, I looked it up on the internet and I'm thinking this is it.
How much later was that put out after the movie? Does it have a date?
It was pretty close. I don't know when this one was released. And really, you're going to ask me to read a little bitty print with these glasses on, and it's not going to happen. Oh, 91.
So same year.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because
they got on it immediately.
Yeah. Because the thing is for me, but this is only because I'm a music fan.
Sure.
Things like this is how I learned who Otis Redding was and how I learned who Wilson Pickett, of course, because they say his name a whole bunch in the fucking movies. You're like, who the fuck's Wilson Pickett?
Almost in the movie.
Almost.
Yeah. Right.
His limo is in the movie, apparently.
His limo is in the movie. Right.
But anyway, I can understand that being kind of weird because I feel like in my 20s, I would have been annoyed at something like this.
Right. That's
because
all that was.
Yeah.
So anyway, I watched
Yeah.
the movie and I'm working my way to say that I could have I felt like, oh, like I don't really know what Jimmy's motivation is. Why the fuck does he want to put together a soul band? He's not a musician. And then I was like, oh, I don't really get any insight into his character except for, so I don't get motivation and I don't get background information, character development. He
You
just
get a tiny bit in the very
he interviews
beginning.
himself. He just interviews
Well, no,
himself.
no. In the very
And then
beginning of the movie, you learn that he's a guy that sells bootleg
he's
music
hustling. Right.
music merchandise.
Yes.
So you get the idea from that and the amount that he knows about what he's talking about that he's just a big music fan.
Exactly.
He wants to be involved somehow.
Somehow in the music business. And now
Yeah.
I'm sure this is in the book. And this is what I'm getting at. At some point I'm like, oh, right. This was a book. So
Yeah.
they just, and so what Jessica pointed out to me when we were having a discussion about the commitments, because she saw it back in the 90s, but only saw it that one time. The thing she was discussing is, wow, that's interesting that a book about music would not have had any of those songs in it at all, because you're reading a book, right? And I mean, I guess I could have printed the lyrics and said that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
But the most popular thing about this movie was its music.
Yeah.
And
I've never read the book, so I
kids.
don't know. I don't know how they
either.
approach the music part of it.
Exactly. So anyway, that being said, and I was like, okay, well, we're not really like we see who's the Bernie? We see Bernie in a food truck and we see Bernie at home once. We don't get any insight into any of the other characters, what their home looks like, except for Joey the Lips. What's his name?
Joey DeLips.
Joey the Lips.
Joey DeLips Fagan.
Was it Fagin, right?
Yeah.
Which is interesting because isn't the thief, the king of thieves in Oliver's name Fagin?
You're in an area that I don't know.
Okay, well you should see Oliver. It's really good. It's a musical. You would like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you love musicals. You talk
I
about
love
it all
musicals.
the time. You love musicals, dude.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I kind of got down on the movie, and then I'm like, wow, can someone please pan or track in this movie, please, instead of toot, 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 toot,
I don't think I
toot,
know.
toot. In fact, I was like, there's not one time the camera moves in this movie, but then when I saw it the second time, in order to create excitement when they were playing in one of the bars, the camera goes ooh, 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 across the audience, so it makes it feel
Literally
alive and
the
electric
very
or whatever.
I don't mean to shit on your critique
Okay.
here.
Sure,
The first scene of the movie has a pan shot where it's following him across the market.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it's like market. He walks through the frame, walks through the frame, walks through the frame, walks through the frame. Okay, if it pans at all, it's like okay, that's amazing.
None of
it tracks.
So
None of it
either
tracks.
way, it didn't. That's never stood out to me at all.
Okay, so it was very much so whatever. So what I'm trying to get at is I
Yeah.
could sit there and I could go into all this stuff that I didn't like, and I could have a very bitter time about this movie and not enjoy my time.
Yeah, that's not
And
the
I
point.
could talk shit on this if I wanted to and do whatever if I felt like it, but I don't feel like it.
Hmm.
So what I decided to do was, confront. I'm 12. I decided to confront my past self who didn't see this movie and had a bunch of negativity about it.
Mm-hmm.
And tell him to fuck off, and then just watch the movie now and just whatever.
Yeah.
And number two, I was going to watch the movie as one of your favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Great. So I started to get into it, and I realized, and I get any critique I have every time there's a book, and then a movie made of a book, people shout about how the movie didn't do what the book did. So if I want to really know all this information, I should just go back and read the fucking book, and I bet it's all in there, and then I would know, and then I would rewatch the movie, and all that information would be in there, and I'd be like, oh, that's because, you know what I mean? I could get all the stuff that I wanted.
You know what?
Really wanted to concentrate on the music in this movie.
And that might actually be interesting because when you think about it, you could go read the book, and the book might have a lot more backstory, but it doesn't have the music.
It does not have.
So it's almost
They
like the
chose to
movie
focus
is
on the music.
the movie is a great companion to the book.
Right, and think about he did Fame.
Alan Parker did?
Yes, which is like another one of these teen-esque.
I've never
movie
seen that
dance
either.
things.
I know that it was
Okay.
big enough to have a TV show, and
Sure. Sure.
That's
Sure.
it.
So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. If I really want to fucking know that stuff, I'll just go. And that's the thing
Sure.
everyone talks about, Star Wars. I don't want to have to read the comic books and the expanded universe books in order to understand what's going on in Star Wars. I just want to see the movie and I want to, like people say this stuff about stuff. They don't want to have to get immersed in the entire universe. They just
Sure.
want to judge the thing on the thing that they're seeing and does it hold up?
Yeah.
Okay. It did hold up. It was nice. It was a nice movie. It had nice shots. It had good costumes. It had funny dialogue. It had, and it was charming that they were singers and stuff more than they were actors. It
Yeah.
gave it a feel to it. It gave it a, and so I started to really enjoy the movie. Okay. So I enjoyed the movie. And my favorite scene of the whole time is when that fucking bus goes through the bus wash and pulls out of the garage and Jimmy walks in through the
Yeah.
brushes. There was a lot of very cool things, and I loved the organ scene when they're playing. Is
In the
Trip to Light
church.
fantastic? Yeah,
Yeah.
like that dude singing that song and all that
Yeah.
stuff and being in it. There were a lot of very awesome scenes in that movie. I did not get why they made the singer guy Deco. I couldn't get what was going on there. I mean, I understand that they hired the guy because his voice sounded like that and they needed to make a character out of him and maybe he couldn't act that well, so they turned him into an asshole.
Well,
So he just had
I'm pretty sure he's an asshole in the book. Like, why would they change his character from the
I
book?
don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't. I just think that he was supposed to be an alcoholic who's full of himself,
Okay.
and yeah, I just think because if you think about it, the dynamics of the different kinds of people in the band is you need somebody that's going to be pushing people's buttons, and you can't just you can't have it be a likable character for it to be realistic. He's got to annoy the fuck out of you, but then get on stage and because like it has to be the juxtaposition that they're all like. There's so many great scenes when he's singing and the other guys in the band or the girls are looking at him, and I almost can feel this push and pull of like, God, he's so amazing, but what a piece of fucking shit. So I like the fact that he's this guy that like everybody kind of knows that like, well, he acts like he's a fucking star, but he is kind of the star of the show when these songs get going, but then off the stage immediately this guy fucking sucks. And I like the idea of that kind of thing. But really it's a lot of my opinions on this movie are from watching it so many times. And
Right.
your initial reaction to not wanting to see the movie is part of the thing that speaks to me, and I don't know why. It's it paints the picture of they're in this town that's constant chaos. Every time they're outside, there's just
it's
kids and
amazing.
shit
Stuff
running
on
everywhere.
fire,
And then
dead
like
horses.
shit's dirty.
It's
They're
like,
all
yeah,
on the
all
dole.
in
They
puddles.
don't have
Right.
jobs.
Jobs.
They're wanting to escape. And the best way to escape is play music that's literally escaping from who they are. So not only are they escaping from Irish music, they're escaping from white music. They're using soul music as a way to like turn down their problems and their city. And like you can, that's why a couple of them in the movie use the phrase "I need this," and
Right.
they don't need it because it's guaranteed they're going to get a bunch of money. It's because they're living in this area where it's like, well, what the fuck do we have to show for our lives? And so it's all about escape. And I think even with Jimmy, like he's just because the whole he interviews himself thing, his thing is just like, I love music. I want to get out of here, even if it's just for an hour when a band I'm managing, is playing or whatever. But then you got all these different types of people. Like if you think about the original drummer in the band who gets fed up with Deco, and so he fucks off. And then they get the other guy that's like the bouncer to play drums, who's a completely different guy behind the kit.
Right.
But and then you have the different you have saxophone guy who's kind of chill, but then you realize he's chill in the area of like, hey, I kind of want to experiment and I want to get into jazz or whatever. And then you've got the the I guess he's the bass player who just wants to play. Him and the guitar player, they just want to play. Right. Like they don't really in the beginning they're not bothered one way or the other what music they're playing. They just love playing the music. And by the way, that guitar player ended up in a band called The Frames, and he was in a movie called Once, which was like a cool like a slice of life movie with the two street musicians. Anyway, but like because obviously aside from the music, the movie is like it's like a feeling. It's like a lot. If you're not in with the characters, the music is good, but I don't think it's going to carry it that much. I just think it's the fact that so much of the movie feels relatively authentic, like you're watching real people. There's a few moments here and there where the acting's not so great, and you kind of know you're like, oh, these are people who don't know how to act that well. But
which I liked. I thought that I liked that part.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like all of that I like about it, the movie would still be good, but not quite as good if the movie had ended with they got a record deal and then they went off into the sunset. The fact that it literally ends in chaos, and then there's this weird did Joey actually know Wilson Pickett? Or did Wilson Pickett just hear he was supposed to be at this show, and that's why he's driving by late? Like, they said I'm going to be where? Let's go check it out. Like, you don't know. Right. And a lot of my favorite movies, when it comes to more serious movies, have that thing at the end where you don't quite know, and it doesn't necessarily work out, but then it does work out. Like, kind of a weird way where it's like things work out the way they work out. It's more slice of life than actually just like, oh, well, we got to tie things up in a really nice bow and everything's got to be happy at the end of this movie. Like, well, if you've ever been in a band, that's not how it happens most of the time. Sure. It ends with a brawl in the dressing room or something like that.
Sure. Or in the alley. Right. Yeah.
I love, that's my thing. That's that guy, the guy that plays the singer. My favorite part of his acting in that movie is that whole exchange where he keeps pushing him and he keeps saying, don't fucking start me. Don't fucking start me. Don't start me. And he never starts. He gets hit with a fucking trash can. But it's like, it's so realistic to have the guy that's always starting shit when he needs to be getting into a fight. He's not ready. He's not ready to fight. Anyway, all these things, it just resonates with me. All of these things on top of the fact that the music's fantastic.
Sure. Right. Yeah, totally.
Anyway.
Well, another part of that I did in this research for this is that I then got on to YouTube and I started looking up reaction videos. And, there's like all sorts of reaction videos, like black people react to Journey for the first time. And they're literally called this. And so I'm going to literally quote them as what they said. So there were videos where black people respond to the Commitments. And so they play the Commitments and they have a reaction video, and I watched like 6 of them, and all 6 of them were like, hey, these guys are really good.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, well, not part of, I guess, usurping of culture at this point around this is fine. These guys get a pass, or they did it well enough that it doesn't make anybody mad. So why would I be upset if no one else is upset? That's just, I'm holding on to something for zero reason. And then I'm like, oh, am I racist? I could be racist in this direction. So I just checked out of that one and just tried to enjoy the movie. Now, if I have to see Deco's face one more time.
I would literally change nothing about this movie. I love his Joe Cocker kind of shit that he does in the movie.
Yeah. Okay.
But the thing is I think are we being unfair to music to equate it with race? Like,
maybe.
Like nothing about the way that they presented the music. They didn't start dressing and talking quote unquote black. They just loved this music and they played the music the best that they could. They all just sang how they sing. you know.
Well, except for that scene where he's like, "It's not right, timing,
Well,
right."
he's trying
Don't
to do
say
it in
yeah,
he's trying to do it
right.
in an American accent is
In
what
an
he's trying to get
American,
him to do.
right, yeah, totally.
But
Yeah.
once again, they're wanting to escape being Irish.
Totally, but then I don't know. Anyway, dude, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it a lot more the second time. I watched it with Sequoia the second time. She liked the movie. She's very enamored with Ireland and Scotland and England and all
Oh,
that kind of
I
stuff.
like that. That's great.
Yeah, and though she did end up falling asleep during uh the version of the Otis Redding song at the end.
Oh, that's like my favorite. You know what? That's my favorite part of the movie because it's
Why am I not
try a little
remembering the name of that
tenderness.
song? Try a little tenderness. Thank you. Ugh, okay. Yeah.
But then you've got but like not only that, like that's the same scene where Maria Doyle sings "I Never Loved a Man,"
Sure.
and that's the sexiest part of the whole fucking movie right there.
Yeah, she's awesome. Now she kept into acting,
Well, she was in Dexter. I know that for sure.
and I think she was. Oh, dude, this means I meant to tell you this because when we were watching it, Sequoia's like, "Oh my God, that's the mom from Sing Street," and I was like, "Oh, that is the mom from Sing Street." And Sing Street, if you liked this movie, and
I've never seen Sing Street.
Oh,
Is that like a British movie or?
it's another Irish movie.
Okay.
But this is where this is like, dude, this like I don't know. Anyway,
Which one is which one is the mom from Sing Street?
not the Bernie and not Imelda, but the other one. What's her name?
What was her name? Why am I fucking
Yeah, because she's
blanking
your
now?
favorite actress in that movie, correct?
Well, I had a crush on her when I was young. Like she
so
was the
that,
one.
yeah.
She was the one in the movie that. But like that's literally how I've been with every movie since I can remember, where there would be like the woman that they give the close-ups to, and I'd be like, no, the other one. Why are you giving her the fucking close-ups?
Sure.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but this is a stacked fucking soundtrack.
It really is.
Mustang
So
Sally
Yeah.
starts us off. Take Me to the River.
Yeah.
Chain of Fools. The Dark End of the Street. Oh, that's a good one too. Destination Anywhere. I Can't Stand the Rain. Try a Little Tenderness.
Wow.
Treat Her Right, which Treat Her Right is actually sung by the guy that plays Jimmy in the movie.
I did see a YouTube clip of him singing that movie with them.
Yeah.
So why was that? Was that like a bonus track or a scene that was not released or
No,
whatever, or how-
it's in the beginning credits. It plays in the beginning credits.
and doesn't it play again at the end, the very end? It comes back on.
Maybe.
It's like a reprise. Dude, but there's a serious song. If they're all sitting up in that rad, up above the pool hall area.
Oh, well, maybe it was
sitting in a chair backyard and backwards in a chair, and he's got a microphone, and it's the whole band and the singers and everything, and he's singing that song.
Oh, okay.
And it's a cool little scene.
Maybe it's a scene that they cut out. Mr. Pitiful. Oh, Do Right Woman, Do Right Man. Mr. Pitiful. Never Loved a Man. In the Midnight Hour. Bye Bye Baby. And Slip Away. Slip Away is a good one too.
So they do not do the theme from Shaft.
No, but the theme from Shaft is in the movie.
Yes, it's on this.
Yeah. I thought that part's funny too. I want to be your everything. It's creepy as fuck, and I love it.
Dude, his mom freaked me out.
Yeah. It's such a great movie. I just think about parts of it, just little things that like I don't even know why they did. Like they go to use the elevator and there's a kid that has a horse. It's just so great. And you know what's like that really sort of got me, because I literally watched this movie a couple nights ago again, which I've seen it so many times. But this was the first time that I really kind of made the connection of like, this is such a foul-mouthed movie, but also it feels so wholesome. Like something about it feels so genuinely wholesome while
explore that.
It just feels like it's a nice story. And that's the best way to put it. Like, it's just like the way everything kind of plays out and the little comedic things here and there. It's just so like, it doesn't feel as like if you took that story out and put it in a different setting and took the cuss words out, it would be a nice little happy movie. But like you put it in that environment and you have them saying fuck. When this movie came out on VHS, my good friend and I, watched it and wrote down how many times they said fuck in the movie, and it was
Okay.
like a couple hundred times in the movie. But I don't know, it just hit me as like very sweet, a very sweet movie. And it's funny to say that with a movie where like there's like so much foul language in it. But anyway, it's like it's a really interesting movie because it wasn't made for me. Like this is not a movie that speaks to 13-year-old American kids, but somehow it did. Probably because around that time it was that I started getting the first little the inkling of like maybe I want to be a musician and maybe I might want to be in a band someday, but I don't even know what does that even look like.
Sure.
And not only the fact that I feel like this movie, like the writing and the pacing and editing, it feels like it just fucking moves. And it's 2 hours, and it never feels like 2 hours to me.
Right. Right.
So anyway, I'm glad that you enjoyed it in some respect.
I did. I totally did. Yeah. I enjoy this process. I really enjoy this process. Old head.
Okay, Smirl.
Okay, old head. Right.
You can call me Steven, by the way. Did
right.
you know that I went by Steven for like the first year that I was doing Old Head?
Okay.
The only reason I started calling myself Old Head is because people in the comments started referring to me as Old Head, and I would be like, oh, well, they're referring to me as that. I'm just going to start going by that.
I love how I don't have my history on my YouTube, so every time I look you up, I have to type in Old Head channel, and then it goes to your channel, right? And every time I go, it didn't used to come up first, but now it knows that I'm going to click on you, so it gives me your channel first, and every other Old Head channel on the thing, it's all black content.
Yes.
Yeah. And I did not know. I was unaware that Old Head was such a prominent
which is part of the humor behind the name when I came up with it. There was two reasons that it was humorous when I started doing it.
Because you don't do drugs.
Well, that's
because that was where I got it. Hippies were old heads back in the day.
No.
That's who the incense burning hippie dudes, man.
Yeah.
They were all old heads, man.
So old heads at that point to me were whenever you saw usually an older black guy talking about why older music is better.
Is better
than new music.
They got an argument.
And so here's the thing.
Right.
So I turned 40, and I knew in the grand scheme of things that wasn't technically that old. But when I started to entertain the idea of doing a podcast, I started thinking to myself, all I'm going to want to talk about is music from the 80s and the 90s. Am I an old head now? And it was a joke because I'm just like, not only am I not old, I rarely talk about hip hop, although I have at times because I like a lot of it.
Sure,
but even then, I like old hip hop. And so like I was like, oh, that's so funny if I just call it Old Head.
Right.
Because I had written a song called Old Head prior to that.
Oh, okay.
And the song was literally just kind of poking fun at somebody like me claiming that they know it all because I know it all. I've been through it all. So I see through your bullshit, but it was kind of tongue in cheek.
Right.
And so like it all kind of came together where I went, well, Old Head's kind of a cool name. And somebody brought it up. I remember like a couple years in, somebody was like, said I was appropriating a black term. And I'm like, am I really? Like, I don't know if it's a quote unquote black term.
Yeah, like I said, I only knew it as the guys who worked in head shops.
Yeah.
They were old heads.
Yeah. And so really it was just a humorous name where I just thought it was funny to call myself an old head. And then once people started referring to me as Old Head, I was like, I started getting really wishy-washy about, I would start my videos by saying Steven, AKA Old Head. And then I went, that's fucking stupid. So I just said, fuck it, I'm Old Head. Whatever. Yeah. It's fine.
Now you got an Old Head video.
Yeah.
Right. So that's nice.
Yeah. My collection is looking good.
Dude, it's rocking.
With the commitments is there. You can come rent it from my video store.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought only your wife had those privileges.
Well, I mean, you can come over and rent it and watch it in my house, and then you got to return it. But I'll pop popcorn for you.
Oh, okay, that'd be awesome. So, okay, all right. I'm supposed to come down there in February.
Yeah, I mean, it's whenever you can make the time, we will accommodate.
I just spent $1,250 today, which is absolutely nothing that I should have done.
On what?
Dude, this is what the reason I didn't see your text until later, and I was like, because I've been busting around here just breaking my ass getting stuff done today, and it's been a great day. It's been a great day, absolutely stunning day. Everything that happened today, even if it was difficult, turned out to be an awesome thing. And so I love these days where it's like, if you just kind of stay in the groove or whatever, you're like, okay, this is hard now, but let's figure out what happens by the end of this, and how is this little thing resolved, and how's it gonna. And so I went to with a good friend of mine who owns the Rock and Roll Vintage store, and we drove in his van. He's got one of those Sprinter vans, and we drove to Lake Villa, Illinois, and we because I got on Facebook Marketplace because my doctor says I need to have more cardio, and I don't want to go to the gym anymore because every time I go to the gym I get sick, and I've started to associate going to this packed gym with getting sick. I don't know why, but it's probably just correlation, but it's causation in my mind, and I don't want to live in that place. So I've decided I'm going to work out at home.
Yeah.
And so the doctor was like, dude, you're 58. You got this plaque buildup in your heart. We're thinking maybe you should change your diet and maybe you should do some cardio. And I'm like, great. So I love the elliptical because my knees and ankles and hips, after being alive and working hard, and are destroyed, and I just can't run anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's sad for me because that's what I was. I used to run. I ran everywhere I went. I was in the track team. I was like, I could run. That was my
Okay.
gig.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
grew up in the 70s. The book Running came out by Jim Fix. I was in. We used
Who
to run
died
at
while
school.
running?
Well, died while running. Yeah, died while running. So I get this. So I go to this. I'm like, I got to get this elliptical because I love the elliptical, and I don't want to sit on a bike seat all the time because sometimes I don't want to just be sitting on a bike seat the whole time.
Yep. Yep. I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to stand up. And the Stairmaster scares me because it's too hard. I get very winded on a Stairmaster.
Yeah.
You ever done one of those things?
Yeah. I used to have a kind of elliptical machine.
Okay.
And it was annoying a lot of the time to me. But we recently got a treadmill, just
Nice.
a fucking Nordic track in here.
Oh, sweet. I've seen too many people's ass shoot off the back of that thing to want
I
to
don't
be.
go that fast on it, but I now can regularly because I can't run because I've had bad knees since I was like a teenager.
Oh, okay.
Like I fell on one of my knees when I was when I was young,
Wow.
and ever since then, my knees have just hurt just walking upstairs or anything. You just starting in my early 20s is when it started to get really bad. So I don't run, but I can walk on that thing, and I go like 4 to 5 miles an hour, and you can do a little incline.
Yeah.
And I do like 30 minutes every morning before work. And it's a recent thing. So I don't look good yet. I still look like a little tub of
But you
lard.
feel great, right? You feel great, right?
The days that I do it, I do feel pretty good. Yeah.
By the way, I think you're very handsome, and I don't think you should be talking about yourself like that.
Oh, I mean, I don't think I'm ugly.
You said tub of lard. That's what you just said.
I carry a lot of weight all here. It's all right
okay.
here.
Okay.
And I don't like it. My legs and my arms are great.
Yeah.
those.
Jacked
This
up.
whole area right here.
No, you don't like it?
No, not at
Well,
all.
I can't see it. I just see beard, microphone, hair. That's all I see.
There's a reason why I look and dress the way that I do. It's because
Hey, how tall are you, by the way?
Insecure 5'10". It's
That's tall. You're tall.
it's because you seem like you're taller than me.
Well, I used to be 6'2", but the doctor now says I'm 5'11".
You're already shrinking. All right.
Yeah.
So you're a little bit taller than me.
Yeah, just a little bit. My hair, when it's in a bun, makes it look taller. I look taller.
Your hair is going to give you another foot on me. Probably.
Jessica still thinks I'm not five. She still thinks I'm 6 foot or over, but she's 5 foot. So it's like, would she know?
She's only 5 feet.
Yeah, or maybe she's 5'4". Anyway, she's totally tiny, which is awesome.
Yeah.
She's
My
like
wife's my wife's I think 5'3".
Yeah, it's just
like
just awesome.
36, 24, 36. Oh,
Right.
She's
Bada
5'3".
bing at 5'3". Perfect.
Anyway.
Wow, dude, perfect. Congratulations on marrying the perfect person.
The baby got back, girl.
The baby got back girl. So I go to Lake Villa because I'm not on Facebook Marketplace because I'm not on Facebook. But Jessica gets on Facebook Marketplace and she finds, we go to Johnson's Fitness, Wellness, and Home Exercise Equipment store because we've decided we haven't had elliptical. in there that was $150, but it had a stride length of 11 inches, which was great for Jessica. She was rocking that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's a little kid on the man, and she was rocking this thing. You know what I mean? And I get on it and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I was just getting, it was like felt more like it was hurting than it was doing good because I was,
Yeah.
and so I was like, did a little research. We wanted to make sure that the 19 or 20-inch stride was going to be fine for her. She said it was good. Everybody's happy. There was these, but the fucking machines are so expensive. They're like $4,000.
If for a good one, sure. Yeah.
And they go up to like 6, 8. They go up.
I think that's probably why I hated mine, because we got a cheaper one and it was just a clunky piece of shit and I hated it.
Oh, this one, I can't do it. It's like, rah, rah, rah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, except for it was this. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm going to the side and I can't get anything going. Oh, man, it's horrible. But this thing is like, a gentleman can do this, man. You know what I mean? It's really nice. So it weighs 350 pounds.
Yep.
So the guy's house was awesome. You can get it like a wheelbarrow because it's got those two handles, and we got it, we got it out onto his deck. My friend could back his van up, and it was the fucking same exact height as the deck. And the doors could open all over the deck by less than an inch. And so that thing went ka-tunk right into the van.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No carrying it downstairs. It was amazing. I was like, this is the greatest day ever. So we drive home, and now we got to get it up a flight of stairs.
Yeah, I was about to say, you don't live on the bottom floor.
And there's this real hectic curve at the top that before you can launch into our apartment or whatever.
Oh, did you have to hoist it over a railing or anything?
Dude, look. I'm old, but if you adjust for age, pound for pound, if you still get me on a job site or whatever, I can get a lot taken care of. Like I'm not fucking around. I'm no like lightweight or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No, 350 pounds of that long thing and trying to get it upstairs. We gassed out, me and my friend, who is also tough as shit, but he's 54, I think, in there somewhere. We gassed out 7 stairs up, and we're just holding this thing. And so he goes, dude, go to the van and get a ratchet strap. So I run out to the van, which I have to run up the house, out the back door, down the back stairs, out to the van, get the ratchet strap, come back upstairs because I can't make it past the thing in the hall.
Yeah.
So now I switched places with him. I get switched. He gets the ratchet strap. He goes up and he wraps it around the banister, the Newell post or whatever. I guess I don't see, not in construction. And he gets the thing strapped so it's sitting there and it can't roll back down the stairs, but we can't get it up any higher. I have this client who called a moving company one time. And I said, hey, I said, I could do this. I'll pack up your house, but it's going to take me a month. If you get a crew in here, they'll do it in a day or two and you'll be able to get out of here. It'll be great. So she hired this company and I called her just to check in. And I said, hey, who did you get? How did your move go? And she said, oh, it went fantastic. I got this company called Easy Peasy. I said, hey, can I have their number? She said, they're local. I said, great. She sent me the number. I had it on my phone and I called these dudes and they're downtown. The next thing I know, 25 minutes later, there's these 2, I think, Polish guys and maybe 19, 20 years old. One of them is fucking giant.
Yeah.
And so the other one is kind of the brains of the situation. He's the one that knows English. And I'm sorry that I don't know any Polish because it's a beautiful language.
I like their sausage.
Polish. So good. Right? Poles. They had jokes about him in the 70s. I always thought that was mean because every Polish person I've ever met has been fucking awesome. And they're also very scary. And I would never fuck with a Slav. Whoop, 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 whoop. The Eastern European people are way the fuck dumber than this houseplant, which I am. So anyway, I'm always very excited when I get to meet an Eastern European person. I treat him with respect, try to be real nice. The skinny guy gets up the thing and the machine, and he's trying to do this whole thing. And this other guy's sitting down at the bottom of the stairs and he's like looking at the guy and you can tell he's kind of just waiting for this thing to go. And he goes, and so I think what we will do is we will take this and he goes, oh, and he just picks the fucking thing up and just walks up the fucking stairs with it. I was like, bravo, boys. Bravo, man. By the time I was so shocked to just watch him walk this thing that we'd been going,
yeah.
we couldn't even budge. He just fucking, and then just walks upstairs. By the time I got upstairs, he already had it setting where it was supposed to go. What the
Hey, he's earning his
dude?
fucking money, man.
Oh, dude, I fucking gave him 50 extra bucks. I'm like, that
Yeah.
was the coolest thing I've ever seen, man. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, goddamn, dude. So between buying the thing and hiring these two dudes to take it upstairs, I was like, so we got it out in the living room. It's about the size of our living room. It looks like the control panel that controls our living room in our little
Yeah.
bitty apartment. Dude, it was awesome. So I'm running around trying to get everything reset. But why was I telling this story? Doesn't matter. Oh, hey, you want to talk about Spalding Gray?
About what happened today. You were
Oh, yeah, about what happened today. Yeah,
it
so
was
that
a
was
good
my
day,
story.
but
Dude, that was my Spalding Gray. That was my Spalding Gray
Yeah.
monologue on a. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, dude, yeah, thank
So
you for letting me watch The Commitments.
Yeah, and thank you for letting me watch Swimming to Cambodia,
Oh, right.
which I almost didn't watch.
I know. You didn't send me a picture and didn't send me a picture?
Because it is unavailable everywhere.
No, it's not known.
It's not
It's
on
little.
So not only is it not on any streamer, even to rent, even to pay for it.
Fandango?
No, not available anywhere. And then I tried to like illegally torrent it. There, it's not on there to where it actually will download because it's not enough people sharing it. So my Hail Mary was doing a Google search for, is there anywhere to watch this fucking movie? And I found a Reddit post that said, hey, if you go over to the Internet Archive, which is a really great place to go if you can't find shit, it's usually just there. And somebody had just,
subscription?
what?
Do you have to have a subscription or
No, it's free. It's free. It's free. And so they had a link to this page on the Internet Archive to where it's like, you got to know what you're looking for in order to find it. And then and then somebody posted the link and it's there. Full fucking movie, widescreen, ready to go. So I found it and I watched it.
Congratulations.
Before we get there, I'm very curious about, because this movie would have come out. It would have come out.
It would have come out. It came out. Right. Yeah.
And you would have been in your late teens? 1987?
Yeah, I would have been in Lawrence, Kansas. I would have been in Lawrence. I think I moved in 87. Maybe I wasn't there till 89. This is going to be that part of the question or the part of the show where we try to figure out where the fuck did I find out.
But did you see it in the theater is the question. Do you remember seeing it in the theater? Because funnily enough, I remember seeing promotion for this movie in the 80s because it was a big deal. Apparently, it won awards and
no, it did. It won. Yeah, no, it did, and it broke a whole new genre of performing and blah blah blah. He popularized that and all that, and it went to film festivals and won all. And Jonathan Demme is no slouch as a director.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what movies Jonathan Demme did.
Well, first, did you ever see the LA Sessions or LA Complex or whatever? It's the movie that Jonathan Demme did with a fucking Neil Young and Crazy Horse. And now talk about a movie you can't find anywhere. But now that you tell me about these archives, I bet I could find it on the archives.
But I like Neil Young, so that.
Oh, dude, the reason. Okay, so here's the deal. This is probably here. We just traced it. The reason I moved to Chicago is because I was at a friend's house, who is watches these shows, and he was an avid music collector, a very cool human being, is a very cool human being, and we were good friends in Lawrence, Kansas, and he was sitting over at his house, and he had received a VHS somehow of this, I think it's called LA Complex or something, Neil Young and Crazy Horse.
Okay.
If you look up Jonathan Demme, I'm sure it's on his list of movies. But anyway, he played that movie, and I loved it so much that don't let another day go by.
Okay.
The
Complex Sessions.
Complex Sessions. And it was filmed in LA, I think.
Oh, look, he did Stop Making Sense. Well, fuck this guy.
Oh, come on. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hold on. I have a question for you. So, would you consider yourself a Talking Heads or David Byrne fan? Like, if somebody said, "Are you a fan?"
I am not annoyed by David Byrne or Talking Heads. In fact, I do like some of their stuff.
Oh, but
I don't.
You wouldn't consider yourself a fan.
I don't have any of their records.
Because there was a part of me that went, you should suggest the album that's going to change my mind on the Talking Heads. But if you're not that big of a fan, then you don't really know which one.
Dude, I will literally do a deep dive on their thing and pick out my favorite records. I will do that, no problem. Because I am not annoyed by them. Like,
because I feel like the next thing, if you sent me a Talking Heads album, that's the only way I would listen to one.
I accept this challenge.
Okay.
Because I didn't hate the Metallica stuff that you sent me.
Okay.
Which was another.
He did quite a bit with Neil Young.
Oh, did so, yeah. Philadelphia. Like, look, his movie is, he did a lot of fucking movies.
Yeah.
So that being said, yeah. Jonathan Demme is no slouch, and he did a great job. Or did he not do a great job? Did you hate that movie?
Well, we're going to get to it.
Oh, we're going to get to it.
So
okay.
So
I saw Jonathan Demme. And I started crying because the Neil Young and Crazy Horse version of, is that called Magic Touch, or
I don't know the name of the song, but yes.
Don't let another. Yeah. And my girlfriend at the time had moved to Chicago, and I realized that I was not going to let another day go by without the Magic Touch, that I loved her dearly and deeply, and that I was going to just pick up and leave everything, my life in Lawrence, Kansas, and I was going to move to Chicago to be with my Magic Touch person. And I did so, and we promptly broke up.
Isn't that how it happens?
Totally happens. But I've been here ever since. Anyway,
and then you realized the Magic Touch was somebody totally different.
Right. She was touching someone else.
Yeah.
No, I don't know about that. That's just my own paranoia.
At that time, I guarantee she was.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
That's okay. I didn't own her.
No,
I don't own her. She can do whatever she wants to. Even if it hurts my feelings, she can still do it. Fine. Yeah. Good. Great. Yeah. Love her still. Yeah. Wish I could talk to her. Don't talk to her. I think she avoids me. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, maybe it's the best.
What did we I don't even know where we went with this.
Yeah, well, anyway, this is a relationship from a long time. Yeah, it was a relationship from
I was talking about the Magic Touch being your relationship now, and you didn't even know. So that's what it was.
Oh, I totally have it now.
But you didn't even know. You thought it was somebody else.
Right.
And you had to go through that person thinking that was that person, only to find out it wasn't them.
Yes.
Yep.
I went through several.
Yep.
And then I was like,
oh yeah. No. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. As it turns out, I actually okay. So Jonathan Demme got on my radar, and I think I started looking at Jonathan Demme stuff. And then as soon as I think that we had what was it called? There was a video rental place downtown in Lawrence, Kansas, and it was very arty. Very arty.
Okay.
Very arty. And I believe that they had a selection of I've rented it from there, and I watched it from there, and immediately got it. I was like, oh. So and I no hyperbole. I think I've seen this movie. I'm gonna go 30 times just to make sure that I'm not overshooting it or whatever, because I usually watched it once a year just to get reacquainted. I've seen Monster in a Box.
Yeah.
I've seen Grey's Anatomy. I read Impossible Vacation. I read Sex, Drugs, and Death by the Age of 14. I can't remember if that's the title or not. It's something like that. So I've read 2 of his books. I've seen him live. I saw a monologue called Slippery Slope, and I saw him twice doing this thing called Spalding Gray Interviews the Audience. And I've liked all of it. Like, I get his whole thing. Like, his whole thing is like, oh, great. Like, he's an everyman type character or whatever. But what really got me was that he is like, I don't know, dude. He's just tuned into some shit, and he was able to educate me on a lot of stuff and how to think, or a different way to add to my thinking, another gear, So anyway, that being said, that's how that came into my life, and I love that movie. I have it on DVD, so I didn't have to. I didn't have to do anything. Yeah, and it was weird because I was like, "Oh, I want to watch this movie," and then I'm like, "This is going to be the movie I said to Steven." Yeah. So that's how that happened.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. So there. It was.
So I knew like a limited amount about the movie because I remember it coming out, and I remember it was based on like a stage, a one-man stage thing. That's literally all I knew. Didn't know anything about Spalding Gray, and the more I read on him, the more depressing it got. But that's neither here nor there. So I didn't know anything about what it was about. I figured it was going to have a political slant because it seemed like it was going to be that kind of thing. The surprising thing to me was I did not know he was an actor. I did not know that part of the story. I did not know that that's what was going to be the bulk of the story, was his trip to that, Cambodia, that area, to film that movie, which also was a movie that I've never seen.
So good.
But it was a really interesting
The Killing Fields. I think I should
Killing
say
Fields. Yeah.
Killing Fields. Yeah.
It was a really interesting kind of process of watching the movie and then wrestling with things in my brain after the movie was over. Because the number one thing that I have to say is this movie is not, I don't know about his other stuff. It's not good for people with anxiety because he's triggering. Because he clearly he clearly has anxiety, and and parts of the things that he would talk about would trigger my anxiety. Like,
okay, interesting.
And I thought that was interesting anyway because it was like an interactive movie. But really, it's just him sitting at a table. And I thought at one point he would get up, but he never gets up. He sits at a desk with a notepad that I don't even think has anything written on it. He just has a notepad sitting there.
Right.
And then he's got like one chart and a map. And for some reason, there's a tree stump on one side. But he tells the story about getting this job to go play this small role in this movie in this particular area. And so about like halfway through the movie, I was completely checked out of the political talk. And it's because I kept getting annoyed, not at him. I kept getting annoyed at the fact that watching this in 2025, it made me annoyed that the shit he's talking about is no longer important. So much other stupid shit has happened.
I literally thought you were going to say the opposite. But anyway, okay, go ahead.
Because it matters, but that's like fucking child's play compared to some other shit that we were involved in. Like, there's been so many other things that America has been involved in.
Sure. Agreed.
And to think about this movie, and in 1987, we should have learned things, and we didn't learn things. And so it started to annoy me because I'm just like, I'm putting myself in the shoes of somebody that's in the 1987, and I know how I felt even in the 90s as a young person, a young, lefty liberal person. My whole thing was like, we have to learn about all this bullshit because we got to get better and we got to do better and we can't make the same mistakes again. But that's all that fucking America has done. Repeatedly not learning, not getting better, doing stupid shit. And so like, he would go back, he would, because he would weave it in and out of his story of his acting job and other things around his trip. And every time he would go back into the history lesson part, I'm just like, look, I appreciate this, but I feel like it's the bottom of a gigantic mound of shit. And you're just having to dig through to get this little nugget of shit down here. And it just made me so like annoyed, just at the world. I was just so,
Same.
So that part of the movie made me just go, well, I'm never going to want to watch this movie again because I don't.
Are you literally talking about what went on during Vietnam? I mean, during Vietnam and Cambodia? Are you literally talking about? Okay.
Yes. But I'm talking about looking at it from 2025. And it just makes me so mad that Yeah, just like I said, it makes me so mad that it feels like we didn't learn anything.
No,
And
not at all. In fact, we built an entire industry on it.
yeah, it was
America did. America did. Not
yes,
me, not you. We didn't.
yeah,
The American government and the military industrial complex decided to create an entire business
and
around
and
this
and a
one
lot
thing.
of that stuff is beyond my pay grade because I can't wrap my head around what amount of money or logistics or oil or whatever the fuck it is that would make the powers that be make some of the decisions that they made. I can't even begin to understand the ins and outs of how all that came to be because
Hmm.
I know that there's greed involved, there's evil people involved, but it's just my dog's involved.
There's some dogs involved. Sure.
But it was frustrating because it yeah, I just because I like I said I'm in 2025 and I'm literally putting myself in the shoes of like if I was in 1987 I'd be watching this and going that was fucked up. Good thing that we're going to learn from that and we're going to get better. We're going to be a better country and we're going to we now know we know how to handle things better. We know I don't know. I don't know what because like when I was a kid I everything seemed very simple because I was just you would watch movies about like Vietnam or Vietnam veterans, and it was so clear to me as a teenager that
Hmm.
that's fucked up. We shouldn't do that again. We're not gonna get involved in shit like that again. We're not gonna treat Americans that way again. We're not gonna treat people overseas that way again. It just felt like oh yeah, we should have gotten better. And so, anyway, so I'm bringing all that baggage into this movie like halfway through.
Hmm.
But then very quickly, like around the like second half of the movie, he leans a little bit more into like his experience filming the movie and other
Right.
things surrounding that. And it was very entertaining. That's the thing is that like I was never bored one moment in this
Oh,
movie.
good, good, good. I
It
didn't
was
know if you were okay because it's
no.
just a dude telling a story, and it's
Yeah,
very,
he's very engaging. He's very
yeah.
good at what he does.
Hmm.
The weird thing was that when the movie ended, I was waiting for something to tie everything together in a big message, and there
Okay.
really wasn't a big message at the end of the movie. Even the way that it ends, he makes a comment about Marilyn Monroe that went over my head, and
Yeah,
then the
dude. That's what.
movie and then the movie
And then
ends.
I suddenly realized what it was that, right. Yeah. Well, but that's his way of going. I'm going to give you this little slice. And it was a beautiful day and we were
Yeah.
all on break. And, he's going to open into this thing, right? And then he's going to go all the way down to this, like he's going to go through all the history. He's going to go through all the politics, the presidents, the leaders, all these things.
It was
And I
so
think
much information, my
it was so
brain
much
hurt.
information. Right. But I mean, the cool part about this is that when he's doing this, when like this was part of my wake up call to, dude, I fucking agree with you 100%. It's like yeah, it seems simple as a younger person, and yeah, of course we're not going to do that stuff. It's going to be stupid. It's stupid to do. Fucked a bunch of people. A bunch of people were wounded and killed, and all this stuff was for what? And then blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah, and then we go and then bam, ba bam, ba bam. We get involved in all these things all the way through. Now we got 9/11. Bam. Now we're just blowing up all of the Middle East again or whatever. And then it's just like it just never fucking stops. It just keeps churning and churning.
Yes,
But like
yes.
I was born in 1967. So Vietnam is officially over. I think it was 71, 72, something like that. So that's in my lifetime. So I have uncles and stuff that went there and junk. And so
Yeah.
there's a Vietnam story that is in my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's in there. And there's pictures of them in uniform, and there's pictures of them coming home and growing their hair out and growing beards and doing the stuff and da da da. And there's the whole 60s Summer of Love and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
all that shit rifles in. I didn't even really know about Cambodia,
Yeah.
like as a person. And so what does he say? Certainly I knew that the Kent State protests were about the Vietnam War, but I had forgotten that the Kent State protests were specifically about the U.S. Illegal involvement in Cambodia. Then I'm like,
Yeah.
what? We did what? Do you know what I mean?
Which I didn't really know much about that. I knew
Me either.
about Kent State. I mean,
Right,
there's a fucking song about it. Speaking of
Or
Neil
Dead
Young.
in Ohio. Speaking of Neil Young, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, so when is going through all that, I'm like, I'm just soaking that shit in.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, right. Now I'm like going to find out because I had seen the killing. I had seen the Killing Fields because my mom liked that movie and we went to go see that movie, and it's a very tough movie.
Okay.
It's a very tough movie, and I certainly knew about pole, pot,
Yes.
pole, pot.
Thanks.
A pole, pot,
Thanks,
pole,
Jello.
pot. It's a holiday in Cambodia where people just say black. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I now I'm putting pieces together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
filling in this story about all this shit. So I guess like I also felt annoyed that it didn't stop, and dude, everything all the way up to fucking Ukraine and Gaza,
Yep.
you know, and are we really gonna fucking blow up
But not,
Venezuela?
but not,
You know
but
what I
not,
mean? Like, oh, come
but not
on.
only that, like, I think I'm having a rough time just with politics in general
Oh, horrible,
these days because
horrible.
so much hatred is targeted towards my actual family.
Totally,
And so it's all those things because
totally.
I can't even begin to start learning and worrying about Palestine because I know what's right and what's wrong, but I'm just like, we can't get our shit together here, you know?
No, and I think that's on purpose.
And it's just, and
I
it's,
think they took away personal things. They attacked groups of people in our country. They created a cultural thing, and it gets us all involved.
Yeah.
And it went right into our homes. Blew up a little bomb in our homes, and now we're running around trying to put out fires because then we can't go, oh, okay, you know, because if our fires were put out and we were sitting here thinking, we would go like, hey, what's going on? And then we'd be like, hey, can we have more?
yeah.
And instead of that, they take things away from you. So you have to fight to get those things back before you can ask for the other stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, whatever.
I agree.
Whatever is the motive, it's just, it's just at the point now where I find myself being very not closed-minded, but my view, I'm very short-sighted, I feel, with things now. So like I'll see somebody out there and they'll be doing some video and they'll be like, free Palestine. I'm all like, you're from America. Can you talk about shit going on here? Like, I'm just like, yes, we all understand that, but like, could you please give me the same amount of enthusiasm and anger about things happening here? I realize it's trendy to say free Palestine, but I'm just yeah. So it annoys me because I feel like I'm so like, and so like so like that's what I'm trying to say is that like being bombarded with information about something that we didn't fucking grow from.
Right.
And just the idea of years and years and years now of, are we going to have some progress? Oh, here's a little progress. Nope.
Oh, really?
Nope. Now we're going back.
Abortion.
Now we're going back.
Boom. Abortion. Thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just,
Right.
it's just, so it was, yeah. And so it's aggravating because I'm not smart enough to wrap my head around all the things, you know? So
Well, I think you sell yourself short, first of all.
I mean, I think to an extent, I think I'm relatively intelligent, but sometimes my brain, and maybe it's my anxiety that will literally, I'll feel a wall come up and I'll go, I don't understand anything that was just said. Don't understand any of this. I don't understand why this war is happening. I don't understand, who started it. Why are we so stupid that we have to have a war anyway? Why can't we just
exactly
like that?
Where's
feels
the
like a really
movement? There's no anti-war movement.
But that feels like a really ignorant way to think about things these days.
Well, no, but dude, it is a human. You are a human being. You literally have so much capacity, and that's what consciousness and for things and building and practicing and getting better and focus. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what working on stuff, dude. That's what therapy is. That's what,
Sure.
that's what all these things are.
And so it baffles me that other people aren't doing the same. Why isn't everybody else not trying to get better? Why are there so many people who are perfectly happy being dumb and mean to people?
Well, I don't understand that dumb mean thing.
Yeah, because it's like
that mean thing, especially.
It's like a badge of honor to say, like, you know what? I'm dumb and I hate people, and that's me.
No, totally. Yeah.
And I'm just so it's just anyway. So what I'm trying to say is that getting it was just very, that part was aggravating, and so because of that, the movie ends, and I was just like, what was the fucking point of this movie? What was the point of this? I don't know this guy. I don't give a shit that he got to go on vacation and be in a fucking movie. Like, who are you? Like, fuck you for being I'm going to take my story of being able to go to the ocean and see a beautiful ocean and put it in with all this fucking, these details about a war. And I'm just like, what was the point of this? And so that was my initial reaction to it.
Sure.
And so,
that's what I thought might happen.
And so but here's the thing though. Here's the thing though.
Okay.
I started reading about Spalding Gray, and I started to make the connection between what he does and a gentleman that I very much admire named Henry Rollins.
Exactly.
So
yes.
And then I thought about it from the perspective of, you could say the same thing about every spoken word thing that Henry Rollins has done. What is the point of this? Who's this guy? Why do I fucking care?
I don't know this dude.
And so then you have to take the step back and go, oh, okay, you have to look at this as an art form, like a way of communicating, a way of performing, storytelling. Base level storytelling. He's a good storyteller.
Base level.
And his way of telling that story, once again, I don't think I could sit through the movie again because there's too many things about it that like piqued my anxiety. Especially like when he talks about smoking weed, and I had recently had the weed.
I was going to ask if that was before or after.
No, it was before. It was before.
Right.
And but just like sometimes he would explain, like he goes through this whole section of the movie where he's talking about remembering a line of dialogue by associating words with other things. And it really I felt like somebody was in my head, and I was just like, me too. I was like, no, this guy.
That's why I love him.
So he seems like an anxious person, and it made me feel anxious. And so I looked at it and I go, well, I love all of the Rollins stuff, and Rollins stuff is literally just two parts: experience and storytelling. Like he's good at telling stories, but he's been out there and he's had these experiences all over the world, being in bands, traveling, meeting people, doing all of this stuff. So I'm like, well, that's what Spalding Gray was doing. And at that point in 87, Rollins was just starting out doing that. Like he was already doing speaking gigs, but he hadn't become like that good at it, I don't think, at that point. But so then I looked at it differently because I'm just like, well, yeah, when it comes down to, was I entertained by this movie? I'm like, well, yeah, I didn't look at my watch. I didn't, I didn't, it wasn't one, it wasn't a thing where like, I was like, God, this movie's fucking long. It was just like, it was the thing that made it, the little bit unenjoyable for me is literally just my own emotions that I was feeling while I was watching.
Yes, there is discomfort.
Yeah. And so
there's literally discomfort.
That made it feel very different because I'm just like, okay, that's fascinating that somebody is able to create this mood where, look, I don't even know how to begin writing something like that. Not to mention memorizing it. And the way that he, like, literally, that's the fucking weird thing. I read that the show is actually 4 hours long, and they whittled it down to 90 minutes. And in that 90 minutes, I think I heard him trip over his own words 3 or 4 times. And I'm like,
Really?
that's fucking insane because he has all this information that he has to get through in a very concise way so the audience knows what he's talking about while making sure to weave in and out of his story at the appropriate times. And I'm just like, at that point, then I thought, well, what the fuck did the director do? He didn't do shit. He put the fucking camera on him and then changed angles every once in a while. He didn't really, He didn't really
But
do
the light
anything.
changed, and then the fan comes on.
But I'm pretty sure that that
and
happened
all
in
that.
the show.
Well,
The only
maybe,
difference
but
is he put in movie clips in the movie.
true, and I think John, but like just because when Scorsese, there are times when a director who makes quality films
Yeah.
will be put in charge of basically cataloging, editing, and sequencing.
Yes.
And
So
and
really,
so
his
and
deal
pay, and
was
pays,
editing. Because if he
sure,
if he literally edited that 4 hours down to an hour and a half,
sure,
and it didn't feel like it was missing anything.
no, it didn't feel like it was missing anything.
So that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, but if you see that, well, I mean, the Talking Heads movie is the same way, and the what did I say? That other one was the Crazy Horse. That's the same way too. You will see Jonathan Demme's lighting, and you will see him.
Oh, okay.
You will see him kind of pop in and out of things.
I think it's
and you
probably
sort of
because
see his-
like literally I like looking through his filmography, like I literally know like Silence of the Lambs, and that's about it. Like
Okay.
I don't really know. I know his name because he's a
Philadelphia was a big one because that was that.
Is that the Tom Hanks one?
Yeah, the AIDS. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't
HIV.
seen that one, and that's only
Yeah.
because I know it's going to be a bummer.
Oh, dude, it's just it's heart wrenching. Yeah, it's heart wrenching. Right. right.
So thinking about it and then reading about Spalding Gray a little bit, I was just like, okay, this guy was a creative person who like I felt like I related to him after reading about him because like I know what it's like to have this desire to be creative, but also being sabotaged by your own brain and your own, anxieties or whatever.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Every ever the third can hit botulism in it, and now 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like all that stuff.
Yes, so that made me like it more because then I went like, okay, like it was effective, and he's really good at what he does, and I also feel like I kind of relate to him. And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, I kind of get the point now because like this was just like me meeting him for the first time. I didn't know shit about him.
Right.
Like I said, I didn't even know he was an actor. I
Right.
just thought he was a guy that did stage shows and that was his whole thing. But he was a writer and other shit too. But yeah, so at the end of it, it was an interesting thing because like there were things about it that I could use the word unpleasant to to describe it.
100%.
But if somebody came to me and said, "Hey, did you like that movie?" I'd be like, "Well, yeah, I liked it. Do you want to watch it again?" No, not really.
Sure.
I'd kind of like to not watch it again. But I mean, I could say that about a lot of movies that I really liked. The subject matter does something to me where I go, you know what? I got it.
Right.
And
Totally.
a lot of
Like
my
I
a lot of my entertainment intake is escapism, and that is not an escapism movie at all. That is
not at all.
you're put in a room with this dude. It's like and you're simultaneously annoyed and relating to him at the same time, and so.
Yeah. I mean, right. Yeah. All those little, it's the really thing. It's like all those little asides, when he's talking about those people that are above him that play Sarah at random times or whatever. And he comes out of his he's like, I don't know, I've got a Molson's Gold bottle. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna get my nickel back or whatever. I don't know why I've
Yeah.
got it. Like, you don't even know what your motivations are or whatever. But then I'm seized with the sounds of partying upstairs, and I just, and then and it was classic. He was a classic rage where it was like like it's that cowardice thing where
Yeah.
you want to fucking destroy and fucking go to town, but you know you can't get it done. But yet he goes, what was it? The ticker tape goes across my mind. Oh, dude, all weakness is impotence or whatever. And I
Yeah.
just took that bottle and I just fucking threw it up the thing. Smash. They all come running out with their baseball bats and guns. I ran, that whole thing.
Yeah.
And then by the time they
And
made it down the
he
stairs,
leaves his girlfriend to
was
confront with
coming
him.
out the door. And
Yeah.
then they recognized that she
Yeah.
was innocent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was hope, So when he
Yeah.
goes through all that shit, dude,
So
go ahead.
those things are so good that I almost feel like I want, like Jonathan Demme's dead, unfortunately, but I want to be like, is there a 4 hour version of that you could cut down to 90 minutes that just cuts out all of the political stuff? Like, I just, like, literally,
Oh,
can
sure.
you whittle it down to his story?
Right.
Because that I feel like I would relate to more. But then as soon as I say that, I go, well, it wouldn't have been as potent. Like
Oh, yeah,
that.
'cause-
It would have
yeah,
just been
'cause-
an interesting, funny story at that point.
And
'Cause,
those are
like,
what his books are like. Like his
Yeah.
books are like that. You know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, because but I mean, the entire perfect moment and the wandering mendicant poet
Dude.
popping magic mushrooms down the beach, waiting for my sunset and all this kind of stuff.
I really related to the perfect moment part because that almost
Right?
feels like anytime I go do anything outside of my
Exactly.
comfort zone,
Exactly.
I'm like, I have to have something to take home with me.
Right.
Like if
Right.
if nothing amazing happens, what is the point of me being here?
Exactly.
And so like his was a little more grand than that, but mine are just these smaller things where I'm just constantly like trying to catch that moment every time I go do something, and I'm just like, yeah, that's way too close to home, dude.
Right. Right. And so they describe him a lot as being like an everyman character, and I've heard him actually described as an every Spalding.
Yeah.
He's an every Spalding, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but yeah, his entire gig is pretty captivating. And so thank you.
So would I enjoy Monster in a Box? Is that the one to follow
Well,
up on?
yeah, that goes dude, I mean, talk about triggering. I mean, the whole thing is very heavy. Like his whole Christian Science upbringing and his mom and his relationship to his mom, and then like I read these books and stuff, and so I know what he's talking about, and he's very, very much he's just opening it all up. Blah, 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 blah. It's just all coming out or whatever. And it's absolutely fantastic to see. And I don't know if you would like it. I think you were going to get a very similar response. I myself also, because when he starts talking really fast and he won't blah, 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 and you're like, wait,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean? And he won't stop, and you're like, okay. And since I've seen the movie so many times, I've had an opportunity to like understand what he's saying and like,
Sure.
okay, or I can focus on 5 minutes of the film and really, okay. And then the parts where I check out or not check out, but are unable to engage because I'm already too thinking about one or two little words he said that like trip me out really hard. Then I lose track. I go, oh, it's like when you're reading a book and you realize you've read a whole page and you can't remember what's on the page, and then you have to go back and start
That's
again.
why I'm such a slow reader, because I do that all the time in books.
Same, because it doesn't take very much to make me go, oh.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, wait, okay. Sorry. Sometimes I'll have to read chapters twice. And I definitely watch movies that I like twice because there's no way I'm going to get everything in a movie that you love. And especially foreign movies, if you have to read them, I'm not getting anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got to go back. Now I know the plot, and now I'm going to ignore the words, and I'm just going to watch the visuals, And but yeah, dude, okay, so awesome. You didn't hate it.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I enjoy watching anyone that
Be
seems
talented.
that seems to
Right.
be really good at their avenue of communication.
Yes.
Whether it's like, an amazing singer might be doing a style of music that I don't like, but I could sit there and watch them because I'm just like, holy shit, they're fucking amazing. Or,
Happen
So-
to be in the Commitments.
So yeah, so
That happened
that
to me in the
that
convention.
so that alone was like enough to be like, this is because I don't. It's not the kind of thing that I would normally watch anyway.
Hmm.
So it's exposing me to something that I didn't know. I learned about this guy that I didn't know anything about. I knew his name, but I think I
Hmm.
only knew his name because of these movies.
Right.
Because they would come out and they would get critical acclaim, and you would hear his name, and But other than that, I knew nothing about the dude. So
The one he does get up in Monster in a Box,
oh, okay.
and so that's pretty interesting. And then in Grey's Anatomy, they literally have his table in different places. So he'll be in a forest, or he'll be in a
Oh,
thing, and then blah, blah, blah,
okay.
blah, and then,
Yeah,
and then there's sometimes when he's telling a story and he's rolling around on his chair, you know what I mean, like whatever kind of choreographing it, and stuff.
yeah,
So, but if you're, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I, am I going to listen to another Mastodon record? I don't know, but am I going to listen to that one over and over again? Certainly, I'm going to listen. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I can't tell you whether or not you'd be interested. Did your wife see it at all?
No,
No, it was just you. Okay, all
yep.
right,
It was just me.
right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because she's currently doing this thing where she used to have a fabric business,
yes.
and
Oh
she's
yeah, your cup's not over there anymore.
no, I know I changed it out because I've got a couple of these that
Yeah, I
had
can't
radio
wait for my
mugs
shirt to get
because
here.
they printed them out too low, and then
Oh yeah, look at that.
I kept telling him that it was too low, and they would just send me another one that was also printed too low. So finally, I went and just changed the image so it's higher.
Okay, good job.
Anyway, my wife has been in the process of relaunching kind of like a different version of her company. So
That's awesome.
she's been very busy and very
That's great.
excited about doing stuff. And
Uh-huh.
so like most nights I'm like, baby, you do your thing. You let me know when you're done. You
Right.
do your thing. Cause she's very like she gets very like hyper focused, and she's like, I have this thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to figure
Hmm.
the whole fucking thing out tonight. And I'm just
Hmm.
like, all right,
Hmm.
cool. Yeah, go for
Awesome. Congratulations.
it. Yeah.
Glad you have that talent. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. I don't
No,
know what I'm
she's like
doing next.
she
But yeah,
is the problem solver. She's the fixer around this house.
handyman.
Like yeah, but like just even in just ideas. If I go to her and I'd be like, look, here's what's on my mind and here's what's bothering me, she'll be like, here's what you should do. And I'm usually just like, yeah, okay, you're right.
Okay, look here. I drink 20 20 milligrams
She was.
or
I mean,
whatever.
she was a
I
trooper.
just
She
have
was there for
THC
me.
and I right. I can rub my feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Maybe you should take a shower. Maybe you should go to bed. Maybe you
Yeah.
should.
No.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like she handled that like a
Yeah.
pro, and did
That's-
and like and even the next day did not make me feel shitty about it. Like it was. I was real.
But did watch you take those things and throw them in the garbage.
Yeah, she did. She did. She
Right.
did. She did make jokes about how I kept telling her like, "How do you know? How do you
How do you
know?
know? How do you know these things? Right.
Like, oh, you're not going
No,
to die. How do you know? You did.
how do
Are
you
you a
know?
doctor?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right. I don't know that you're not going to die, but I think you're not going to die.
yeah,
Right. I love the whole thing. You would be in a lot of pain right now. You'd have pain in your arm. You would have, you would
yeah,
have shoulders.
yeah,
You would, okay. You don't have any, your fever's good. You're not sweating, right?
yeah,
Your temperature's good. Like there's nothing going on,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. Being
Just
stuck
fucking,
in. I can just imagine what it's like feeling like that, and then watching a Spalding Gray thing.
oh man. I used to watch that movie High all the time. That was pretty
Yeah.
nuts.
Um,
But
but yeah,
I
it was.
like,
But it was. Yeah, it was. Like I got a lot out of it. Like even if it's not
right,
something that I want to watch again,
right.
that doesn't really matter to me. It's more like, did I get something out of it? Do I feel like
Right.
do I feel like I expanded my brain in some way? And I'm like, yeah, I feel like I did.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
that's good.
Right. Have you ever been swimming in the ocean?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Which ocean? Where were you? Gulf of Mexico,
Well, most
Pacific,
recently
Atlantic?
it would have been Galveston because that's the
Okay.
closest to us.
Hmm.
And then when I was a kid, it was all just Texas coast.
Hmm.
When I was a kid.
Hmm.
And then most recently, because we live like actually, we can go to the ocean in like 40 minutes from where I
Oh, that's
live.
great. Okay.
But we don't go very much because there's a lot of people and parts of it. The part that you can go to where everybody else is, sometimes it's gross.
A lot of jellyfish, if I remember correctly, down there.
Sometimes, depending on where you go, yes, there can be a good amount of jellyfish. But you just pee on it and you're fine. That's what they say. You pee on it.
That works with a lot of stuff as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
You got a headache?
Come
here for a second. I'm going to pee right on your head.
I don't know why that sounded like Elvis for a minute. You're just going to pee on it.
I'm going to pee on your head. I'm going to pee on your face. I'm going to pee on your face. I'm going to on my face.
If you want to get mad at somebody for co-opting black music, let's get mad at Elvis Presley.
And that
Elvis was a hero to most, but he never meant shit to me. He's straight out racist. The sucker was simple as and plain. Motherfuck him and John Wayne. Anyway, love that.
Exactly. Which is
I almost quoted that song. I almost quoted that song earlier because I said a year. I said 19, and in my head I was like 1989, a number, another summer, sound of the funky drummer.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, dude, there's great. I literally just said that verse because that was part of my thing, was like we were all coming up into this place where we were not allowing. Hey man, I don't know how anybody has ownership over anything. I don't. I guess they just do it first or whatever. I mean, you know what I mean? So whatever. But if you're not getting credit for it, and somebody else is making money off of it, that's when it sucks ass.
I've said this before on many things on my channel. It's those two important words, context and intent.
Right.
It's like, what is the context of these people doing this music? What is their intent? Because like there's plenty of stuff where it's just like I'm just taking these people's music and I'm not going to give them any credit for it. That's a little bit different, you know. Right. Especially once you become a star. Once you become a star and people are interviewing you, the number one thing you should say is shout out to Otis Redding. Shout out to you should literally start listing these motherfuckers off. Right. I don't remember seeing an Elvis Presley interview where he said any of that shit, but that's just me.
Oh man, did you see the new Elvis movie though? They kind of made him. It was that Boz. They're
gonna make a Kiss movie. They're making a Kiss movie.
Okay, so this is what I got to talk to you about. I just watched. What's the guy from Smashing Pumpkins?
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan has a podcast, and it's called the
Magnificent Ones or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I watched the John 5 one.
Okay.
Because for some reason I just want to know what this dude is. He plays guitar weird, a lot like that Steve Stevens guy who used to play guitar weird.
Yeah, he's a good guitar player. He's played with a lot of people too. Currently with Motley Crue. Which is weird, but okay.
Okay. So now the algorithm is like, oh, did you want to watch this? Do you want to watch this one? And I was like, oh, Gene Simmons.
He did. I watched a little bit. He did Paul Stanley too.
Paul Stanley one. Yeah, I watched a little bit of that one. The Gene Simmons one is out of sight. But they go into that fucking virtual kiss thing. What the fuck is this going to be?
I have a feeling it's going to be. It's not going to equate to much more than a theme park attraction on a big scale. So have you seen footage of the Sphere in Las Vegas?
Yeah, he brought that up.
So I think it's.
Do you go in it?
Yes. So
it's inside.
So the Sphere,
because they have pictures on the outside of it too, correct?
Yeah. But you go inside of it, and the way that the projection and the quality of the stuff makes you feel like you're in another world while you're in there. Even watching it on YouTube makes me go, holy fuck, are they outside now? But they're not. It's projections or whatever. Anyway, so I have
3D.
It's not even 3D. It's just. I mean, it's all around you. It's like IMAX to the nth degree or whatever.
Okay.
So is that the right term? Nth degree.
I love it. I use that one.
Anyway,
millionth.
I think that it's either going to be touring or it's going to be you have to go somewhere, but you're going to all of a sudden have this ultimate Kiss experience where you get to see them perform, but it's not just a show. It's going to be like an entire world, a world experience, but almost like a concert. Going
to be them. It's not actually.
No. It's motion. It's like motion capture, and it's going to be. It's going to be not them, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to use holograms So they're going to be there. But then I'm pretty sure on top of that, it's going to be like an entire extravaganza of, is it a movie? Is it a concert? Are they in front of me? Are they, all of a sudden they're over here. You know what I'm saying? Like they could literally, with the technology now, they could make a show like that where it's just balls out technology with Kiss music. And if it comes to my town and the tickets aren't too bad, that sounds fun. I don't fucking know. I went to a fucking Pink Floyd laser light show when I was a teenager, and that was fun. You know?
Right.
And all that was just fucking beams of light going all over the fucking place.
While they played the music. Not them, but it was played over.
Pink
Floyd was not there.
No, they were not there, and
their music was being played.
It was just played over a speaker. Yeah. And then I remember at one point they played, because they didn't just do Pink Floyd. Before the Pink Floyd music started, they did other classics.
Okay.
And I remember they did Black Dog by Led Zeppelin, and the lasers made the shape of a dancing lady. And I was like, ooh, that's really cool. Anyway, so I think that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be like an immersive, hologram-related show, you know, that you can watch. But we'll see.
Well, it's funny because after reading that Peter Criss book, he was talking about Kiss in 3D, Kiss 3D. Did you know about this phase of their existence, Kiss 3D?
Oh, during Psycho Circus.
Yeah, they went on tour with this big screen that was supposed to be in 3D or whatever. And Peter Criss is just bad mouths the whole thing, how it never worked. And it was just shitty technology.
But also his fucking drumming during that era was shit. So let's give him.
Well, that's what Paul said. That's what Paul says. That's definitely what Paul says repeatedly.
You listen to the performances from it, and he's,
okay.
Anyway, but yeah, they did do like the. When Psycho Circus came out on CD, I don't know what the word is. You know, you had some of those CD covers that you would move it and the image would move.
Yeah.
Like that, they had that. And then the show had like a screen and you got 3D glasses and that the screen was 3D. I didn't go to that, but I mean.
Okay. You know, okay.
I never saw Kiss live, actually.
Me either.
Which is weird because I like them so much, but
opened for him twice. Never saw him. Isn't that weird?
I forgot that you opened for them twice.
I was in Gene Simmons' hotel room with him in there. His hotel room was right down the.
Was he in a different room while you were in there? Like he wasn't in the room with you?
No, he was in there. His door was open. There's pictures of. I never got a picture with me with him. There's a picture with Mike standing right next to Gene Simmons in Gene Simmons' hotel room. Because he, if I remember correctly, he rented out his room to equipment manufacturers, amps and guitars, so they could set up a showroom type thing in his room, so you could go in and you could see amps and guitars and stuff sitting around in his room. And I'm sure he got paid for that.
Probably did. So wait, was that not the Psycho Circus? No, that wasn't Psycho Circus when you were playing with them. That would have been.
Their makeup was off.
So there was so Peter and Ace weren't there at that point. It was
I don't know.
Yeah, and so this would have been what, 95?
I'll have to get out my Concrete Metal Fest music poster thing. And then there's a poster. We played Rosemont here in Chicago or here in Illinois.
So that literally would have been
94,
right before the reunion.
Oh, 100%. They were playing old stuff. They were gearing up with all their old shit. They were relearning all their, and they played sets that were just like 70s stuff.
Oh, interesting. Now we gotta do a whole episode where we just talk about that because I want to know about that. I want to know about you meeting Fred Schneider. I want to know about you meeting Rob Halford.
See, but who cares about that guy? Got to meet that fucking
me.
No, I'm just trying to do that thing.
Rob Halford.
I'm not near as good a storyteller, but yeah, Rob Halford was not that big of a deal. These are all very small. Just how like you rub up against someone and they're like, oh hey, and you're like, oh hey, and then you like walk away and you're like, dude, that's fucking Rob Halford.
Yeah, that's true.
And then later, right?
I don't have a lot of stories like that. Like my wife always likes to tell the story about how when we still lived in Austin, we were at a record store and we were getting into the car to leave, and we see a gentleman walk in front of us, and my wife's like, "That's fucking Lou Diamond Phillips." And I was like, whoa, really?
Yeah,
And I looked at him
you
and I was
were
like,
right.
that is.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Richie. No.
Right. Richie. Right. Yeah. La
So
la 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 la
that's
bamba,
really like the
baby.
best one
Right.
from the recent years that I have is that like
Sure.
Lou Diamond
Sure.
Phillips walked in front of my car and I was like, that's about it.
Lou Diamond Phillips walked in front of my car. Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, da. Hey, we're not going to get taken off YouTube for making up our own song, are we?
No, I don't think so. But
If anybody else
I am
sings,
gonna learn that song and make it into an actual song now.
oh,
I'm just gonna play the
great
riff that you
circuit.
just sang, and it's gonna,
Yeah, okay, right on.
and then I'm gonna
Well,
sample you, and you're gonna be over it too. So you'll
hey man, if you want to just send me the tracks, I'll put the vocals down to it. You're going to write the rest of the lyrics for me?
no,
No, it's just going to be that over and over again.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not good at you know me. I'm not good at writing lyrics and shit.
No, that's not true. You're really good at writing lyrics.
But like recently, it hasn't been going well for me. That's why like
No,
that's
same here.
why Eddie fucking
weed.
saved Eddie saved the day.
He fucking ruled that thing.
Like he literally took these things that I've been sitting on
ruled
for a couple years.
Yeah, and
And
gave
like
it a total personality.
and it yeah and that's and like
And not what you'd expect too, by the way.
no, but also
Unexpected.
because I don't want to give things away to like the people who are watching this. The next thing that we're supposed to be doing is going to sound nothing like that whatsoever.
Oh yeah, because he said he had music he wrote.
Yes, and
Does that mean you have to come up with lyrics and vocals for it?
no. It's a different process altogether. So,
Okay.
but that bothers me a little bit only because of the fact that I'm like, he took shit that I wrote that if I had done the vocals, it would have been to me very just sort of whatever. And he made them, he like elevated it above where I feel like I could have done it. And so, it kind of bums me out because I'm like, well, can I just write all the music and then you make it way better?
Yeah, why not? Oh, now you want to write the music too, huh? Oh, okay.
I figured it's healthy. It's healthy to do this back and forth kind of thing.
Right,
And we do want to want to not be a band that has a sound.
Oh,
So
okay.
like as soon as because I brought up before I go, man, we should do like a synth album at some point. Like let's just fuck
yeah.
it. Who the fuck cares? Anyway,
And I almost started Googling synthwave the other day just because of him being
it just sounds like 80s montage music, basically. That's,
okay. Is that good? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna watch Kung Fury for sure.
Oh, that's so much fun. It's very
Okay,
short
can't
though.
wait.
It's like it's 30 minutes of your life.
Good.
It's just
perfect.
it's just yeah, it's really fun.
Right on.
But I gotta like
gonna-
the real question is I've been like going back and forth on like what because the next episode we do is gonna be music again.
Already bought mine.
Oh, you already bought the one that I'm gonna listen
Sitting
to.
right over there in a bag. I can see it.
Okay. Well, I have an idea of what I've been sort of narrowing it down between two. And one of them is I believe you told me that you didn't know Jawbox. Am I
No,
correct?
I don't know Jawbox. Yes, I don't.
Okay. Because I was trying to think of like that, because I wanted to like shift from what I did before. Because so far we've done this, Refused kind of like post-punky kind of thing, post-hardcore, and then we did full-on metal. And I'm like, well, what's another sound that's very influential to me that you may not have known? And it's that, and the whole Discord sounds very important to me. But if I was going to point to a band that falls into that category that's the most important to me, it's not Fugazi, although I love Fugazi. It is fucking Jawbox.
Okay.
So
Great.
I'm kind of leaning towards that right now.
Okay. Well, mine's already in. I've got it. I got to put it in a box.
Don't even
and
tell
went
me.
out-
I don't even.
I know I'm not going to. I went and found it in the wild. I made a trip to a record store in Wicker Park, Bucktown, Wicker Park area. It's called Sugar. And I love the place. It's staffed with very cool young people. So it was an opportunity for me. I don't really get what their alphabetizing system is in there, but whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. This is not right. Like I would, as the alphabetizer upstalker of the pop rock section, pop rock floor and Tower Records, I had that shit ship shape. That shit was in the alphabetical order.
I have a question for you because
Yes.
the the record store that I like to go to here in Houston is called Cactus Music, and I love it. My only gripe about it is that it's alphabetized top down.
What's that mean?
Meaning the A's start here, and then alphabetically you have to go down like this, as opposed to starting here and going up. Like here's like it's a rack of records
over here, and you're going B, A, B, C, D.
And my brain makes me feel like you're supposed to start from the bottom and go A, B, C, D, but they do it the other way around, to where you're going backwards in the alphabet this way.
Have you brought this up with them?
No, I haven't.
Do they go right to left?
No, it goes left to right. Yeah, it's left to right. But it's top down, and it really bums me out.
So you're reaching up to A, and you're coming A, B, C, D, and then you're going E, F, G.
Yes,
I,
yes.
Then, okay.
That doesn't seem right?
Well, bravo for being quirky. That's pretty awesome. Do you know what I mean? Like, bravo. So that must have been somebody's personal way of doing it at home.
It's just it doesn't work for me.
You should dude, please ask, because I want to know the answer to this question. Like, how the fuck did it
when you come to Houston, come with me to the record store, and
I'll go, hey dude, what's up with the why me? Well, I would love to ask him as an old head.
Because I don't like talking to people. It's my anxiety.
Oh, but okay.
You're
not going to be anxious the whole time I'm going to be there, or you're not going to be like,
I'm always anxious, dude.
No, but not to me. You're not going to be like, yeah.
Oh, no, not to you.
Okay, all right, okay.
In fact, I'll probably, if we're going to do stuff together, I'll be less anxious when I'm not alone.
Okay, all right, okay.
But like I'm still, even 47 years old. If you come to me and say, hey, you got to call those people about that thing. Even if I know exactly what I need to say to those people I'm supposed to call, I'm like, I don't want to fucking call and talk to people. It's just like it ruins my whole fucking day having to talk to people. I hate it.
I fucking love it. I go two places to talk to people.
Yeah, I wish that I was
that old guy at the coffee shop.
I wish that I was that kind of person that would just go to a diner and sit down and be like, "What's your story?"
Hey, how's it going?
But
how's it going?
I remember like 2015-ish or so. I talked about it on this last Cranked and Ranked, where I was like living in a tiny apartment with just my kid and me, and the nights that my kid was with his mom, I would just be like, what am I gonna do? And I remember a couple nights I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like go to this bar that I really like, because I loved the atmosphere of this place and it was close by. I was like, I'm just gonna go sit at the bar and have a drink and like see what happens. And guess what happened? What? I sat there and looked at the TV, drank 2 beers, and went home. That's literally it. There was no adventure to be had. It was just me being weird, and those are my pit bulls. They so my 2 girl pit bulls, right? They get annoyed at each other every once in a while. And they will have these like 10 to 15 second spurts of a fight, and they'll get kind of scratched up while they're doing it, but then they're fine. And I think it's because Jess, the new girl, is not fixed. So I think she smells a different way.
She had the Vans Warped Tour underpants on.
What? Oh yeah, no, that's that is her. She had the checker.
She had the checker.
And so Holly, the other one who is fixed, I think that she's like, who the fuck are you? You got a fucking working vagina? Fuck you. So I think that's probably what it is. Anyway.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting story about dog genitalia.
Yeah. Tune in next time where we go into other kinds of genitalia.
Sure. That should be the name of the band you and I start. Dog genitalia.
Yeah. Dog genitalia.
Really, no one's going to be interested in this.
I've honestly started working on music again.
Oh, nice, dude.
But and I feel like I'm going to ruin it by talking about it. But fuck, whatever.
Oh,
I'll talk to you about it.
okay. Yeah,
And
because
everybody out there can
271
listen
people,
in. Yeah,
194
you guys can
patrons.
listen in too, because
Yeah.
like I decided that I wanted to. I kind of got an idea in my head of things I'm more comfortable with doing.
Okay.
And so I decided that I wanted to make like more like noisy music,
Okay.
like more
We
like
talked a little bit about art rock and art noise
noise
rock on
rock,
that
like
last
kind of
episode.
stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Totally.
I decided that I wanted to kind of approach things from the way that when we first started talking to each other, I had told you
Yes.
that I had started to approach things by trying to write bass lines and
Yes.
then build off of that. And I never
Yes.
really did that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to throw like a handful of songs together. I'm not going to overthink it, but
Mhm.
my approach is going to be not trying to focus on melody, trying to focus on making interesting noises and sounds, but make it a song. And so there's not this pressure to have a really cool like vocal line. I'm going to write stuff where the thing that probably works the best for this is probably me with a whole bunch of distortion on my vocals making weird
Yeah.
noises.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
But while
Right.
still
Right.
making them songs. Like,
Sure.
like I don't just want to do like fucking Yoko Ono. I'm like, I'm not going to do that shit.
Oh, you should do it for one song. Totally. Yeah.
So,
Because that was
but
good. I got a little goosebumps when
and
you were
that's
like,
not what that
"Ah!"
I see that right there made me realize that Yoko Ono is pretty talented because that's
she's
not as
awesome.
good as
No,
as
right?
what she
No,
could
she's
do.
great.
But I just decided because I so often feel like I want to be creative and put stuff out there, even if not very many people listen to it.
Sure. Sure.
And
Process
so
for you.
like I'm just like I might as well just do it and just like little by little I'll throw it together. Who knows how long it will take to come together.
Right.
But I just
Exactly.
know that like I feel better when I'm creative
Mm-hmm.
in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like, I made music from, around the age of like 14
Mm-hmm.
and that's always what I was doing
Sure.
up until
It's your identity.
up until around 2016, I guess was probably when the last band I quit the last band.
Mm-hmm.
That was my primary
Right.
like outlet,
Sure.
and so like I miss doing it. I don't miss being in a band, but I miss having a song come together and putting it out in the world and being like, hey, listen to this, kind of thing.
Totally, man. Totally. Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Speaking of
So
that,
yeah.
when,
Nice.
I
I don't know what.
is there ever going to be a day where I get another copy of your record?
Dude, I got they're all the 100
Mm-hmm.
are all wrapped now. And and they're just sitting there. Like I polished through that other one so fast. I just mailed it out to everybody,
Yeah.
but I'm having a little problem with money. So
I
can't
will
just
pay you for this.
I understand.
Can I pay you for it? Because I feel like I like my dogs destroyed the other one. This is when I'm literally going to get it and I'm going to put it somewhere completely different
Okay.
where they can't get to it. I just miss it in my collection.
There are, like I said, there are 10. They sent me 110 copies of the record.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they said. Sorry, we have a plus or minus thing in our contract. You have 110 records. I'm like, well, I guess I didn't get 90. So thanks a lot, you
Yeah.
motherfuckers. So whatever. And by the way, I called them motherfuckers, and that wasn't nice. They were nice people.
That's rude.
I apologize about it. It was rude. It was rude. That was rude. It was just this one guy I was emailing about why is my bill so much higher than you
Yeah.
quoted me? And he was like, well, it says in our contract what's an industry standard. And I'm like, oh, industry standard. Okay, great. Okay, so whatever. What are we making? Cars here? I don't understand. So anyway, the deal is I have these 10, they're sitting there, and I'm gonna, even if I have to hand draw something on all of them or whatever, I'm gonna fuck up the 1 through 10. So you have a natural pressing of 100, And then there's going to be a small pressing of 10 where the covers are going to be something is going to happen. I am thinking about it. Trust me, I'm thinking about it. And when that happens, you are going to get a 10. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Are the other 100 spoken for? All of them already?
No.
I will pay you to get both. I want both.
You're not allowed to have 2 copies of the same record.
I want both editions of the record, and I will pay you for them.
Well, here's the deal. I think part of the story is that the dog ate the one.
That's not my fault.
I know it's not your fault, but I think that it's an awesome story to tell. I would have had 2 of these except for my dog ate.
But I want to listen to Ding Dong again, okay? Can I put Ding Dong Don again, please? That wasn't even my favorite song on it. That was just the one that I remembered because the lyrics made me laugh.
Okay, so the only comments I've gotten back on that record have been about Ding Donged.
Because it's a really fun song, but there's another one on there, and now I can't even remember because it's been so long.
Because it's in the garbage.
It was unplayable. That was the thing that broke my heart the most is when I went to look at the actual records, and I was like, oh my God, it's destroyed.
This is great. Yeah, it's okay. You know what?
Anyway.
I'll go draw on mine. I'll go draw on it tonight and then send it to you. And then
I'm serious though, Sam. I will like whatever you want to charge. I'm gonna send you double. And then,
man, yeah, you don't gotta send me any money, man. Anyway. If I make any money off this, I'll have to pay taxes.
Okay,
if it's free, I don't have to pay taxes on it.
You're so difficult. I just want to give you money. You perform a service for me and you get paid, okay?
Get paid, okay, God damn it. You know that Polish kid who drug that elliptical up the stairs for me?
Yes.
You paid him. You paid him. Right, yeah, I did pay him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did. You paid him $50. That's just for fucking lifting a thing that he could easily lift.
I tipped them $50.
Oh, that was on top of the paying them.
Yeah. I had to pay him $190.
I once had to
hire. They got there in a half an hour.
I once had to hire movers to come over to help me move a TV. Like it was,
those fuckers are heavy sometimes.
It was one of those the old tube ones, but it was like one of those ones that was like 50 inches or some shit.
Yep, and like 4 feet deep.
Impossible to fucking move. The TV that we have now that my wife found for me for watching our VHS stuff. It's not even way heavier. It's not even that big. But when we went to go pick it up, I was just like, holy fuck!
You said no wonder they don't make from the house anymore. To the car.
Yeah,
you said you tried to carry it from the house to the car.
Yeah, and on the way I had to be like, to please walk me through. Where am I going? Am I stepping? Where am I stepping? Because I really just thought I was going to drop the shit. But it was. Dude. I'm like, no wonder they don't make TVs like that anymore. They're like, fuck it, you can get a 50-inch TV that you can just lift up and put on the damn wall.
2 fingers.
Yeah.
Kick ass. Okay, so you don't have a record picked for me, but I
think I do.
For you.
I think I do.
So now that we've done this episode, I can officially put it in a box and mail it to you.
Put a monster in a box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And so the next episode, when you guys see us, it will be 2 more albums, and then we have to figure out what the movies are going to be. I'm leaning towards Point Break. But do you like action movies?
Of course I like action movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Die Hard. Well, have you seen Die Hard?
I totally never saw Die Hard in my entire life. And then during the pandemic, we actually got together in a pod of just the family, and we wanted to watch a Christmas movie, and that movie was picked.
And did you like it?
I did.
That doesn't sound convincing. Because here's the thing. Okay. If you didn't like Die Hard, I don't know if I can help you with the action genre thing.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. I liked his relationship with the cop. Right? Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. I liked.
You're such a unique dude. That's why I'm friends with you, because you are not like any other person I've ever met. Your way of
No, I'm exactly like everybody.
Your way of perceiving things, it just makes me so happy because you do not come at me with the same boring shit. Never.
No. That was good. That was a good quality, right? His
It is
conversation with
great.
that
It is.
guy,
It is great. Yeah.
it like made it gave it
The guy from Family Matters.
yeah, it
He's
gave him
great.
humanity. And then what's that dude's name who played the head villain?
Alan
We
Rickman.
like him. We like Alan Rickman.
Alan
He
Rickman
did
fucking
good.
rules.
He did good in that one.
Yep.
Yeah. And talk about a gang of bad guys who
Now
all
I
had distinct
have a
personalities.
machine gun. Ho ho ho.
Ho ho.
Yeah.
Cowboy. Cowboy.
What did you say earlier? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. Yeah. So here's the deal. Again, don't care. You could make me watch anything, and I am going to be like, you know what? Thank you very much, Steven.
Just wait till we get to Encino Man. That's going to be the one. That's
That's right. That's your favorite movie of all time.
One of
right?
my favorite movies of all time is
Hey
Encino
man,
Man.
you know, I'm these are challenges. Each of us are meeting challenges. Each of us are meeting challenges, don't you think? We're being challenged by what the other is sometimes presenting.
I guess
sometimes
so.
challenged.
I guess so.
And that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if
I
we were
just don't.
like, oh, suck your dick, oh, suck your dick. Then it would
as
be
long
like,
as
who
you're
cares?
enjoying
Right,
it,
right.
then we're all good. I don't want to feel
Totally.
like I'm wasting your time with like, hey, watch this Hollywood pablum or whatever, and then
No, the process itself is meta, dude. The process is enjoyable. This thing is enjoyable. This is good.
okay.
I know that nobody wants to watch it, but that's fine. We're enjoying it.
A good amount of people watched that last one.
Yeah, you did good. You put Adamant and Mastodon album covers real big on the thing, and then
Well, I did that on the one before. I'm gonna do that with this album, but it's gonna be like big movie posters, like two movies that a lot of people don't even know what the fuck they are. Is what we're talking about this time.
right. Yeah. Anyway, but it was good times, man. And I watched the movie twice, and like I said, the second time I watched it was Sequoia, and it was great to sit down and watch a movie with my daughter, and she really enjoyed it, even though she did fall asleep in that one scene.
Okay, we should tell her.
That was towards the end.
Should tell her this next one has John Wick in it, and she should watch.
Okay. I don't know what her feelings are about
John Wick.
Well, we have never seen a John Wick movie together, though we have watched the Matrix movies. I showed those to her very early on in life because I felt she needed to know.
As in all of them?
Yeah.
Wow.
The three.
I know. The first one's really good. The second two are just unwatchable for me. Like I just
love them.
Can't even.
No. Great. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, they are. They really are. No, I promise you. Dude, by the time
I've seen them. I know they're not.
No, when he fights all those Mr. Smiths in the puddle.
I mean, they have their moments, but overall, comparatively speaking, that's like it's
no.
Anyway.
No. I loved Zion. I loved all the stuff in Zion. I loved the depiction of Zion. I loved the people of Zion.
You're a sci-fi guy. You like sci-fi stuff.
Love sci-fi.
That makes sense.
Yeah, big, huge fan. Yeah. By the time he's fucking seeing the whole, he doesn't even have eyes, but he can still see the world. He's just fucking seeing it all in light, And then whatever happened with that big robot baby thing at the end, he fucking died and get carried off. Like that whole thing was amazing. Like I was.
Did you see the most recent one where they came back?
I did.
Was that any good? If you don't like it, then shit. Okay.
Sometimes they should just leave shit the fuck alone. Because what they do is they end it in a way that lets your imagination fuck with it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you're resolved and you're not and you think and the flung and the ha, and then they come back years later and they almost like how the fuck is Neo alive? Fuck you. The point was I get that scene at the end. They plugged his shit back in. There's no way it cancels out the other movies. It cancels them out.
Interesting.
And it made me mad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went to go see Wicked, the play, whatever. Cool. Wizard of Oz. I got into it late in life. I hated it because I was from Kansas and everyone's like, oh, we're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. And I'm like, fuck you, I hate that movie. And then finally I met Jessica who loved that movie and I had to sit down and watch it. I'm like, it's great. Have you seen it?
Many times.
Do you like it?
No. I mean, it's good. It's not anything I ever want to watch.
Okay, so now I love it. It's nostalgic. I'm from Kansas. We go to the Wizard of Oz Museum in Wamego, Kansas every time we go visit my mom and shit. It's all really awesome and everything.
Hmm.
So I go to see Wicked and everything, and it's a prequel, right? It's a prequel. Fuck off. Okay, I who is that lady who's in there? There's two actresses. Love both of them.
In what?
So the movie version.
In
Is
Wicked?
it Ariana Grande and
Oh, I don't know. I
or
haven't
is
seen
it
that. It's
anyway, and that other
I am
lady, I
not the
really like
target
her too.
audience for that.
But I don't like what they don't have to do. They don't have to do this. Sometimes there's just a person who's really evil and is an asshole and didn't get treated poorly at some point, and then they were gonna do the right thing, but then they did. They don't have to do that.
Well,
Sometimes
I
there's
think
just
I think
evil
originally
forces and good forces, and
I
they
think
they
when the
go ahead.
movie came out, when the not the movie, when the musical came out, I almost feel like it was approached like humorous, like, hey, what if? What if this is what happened? But then it got too big for its britches, and now it's just like wicked. It's like, so I think that it maybe lost what was humorous about it. Because like when people would
Maybe.
tell me about Wicked like years and years ago, I'd be like, oh, I get that. It's kind of cute that they said like, well, what if this happened early on? You know, it's like a funny idea, but I think
Right.
once something becomes popular, it becomes I don't know. It's just, but I'm with you because I'm like I'm kind of back and forth on that kind of thing because sometimes things are either revisited with a sequel or a prequel, and
Mhm.
sometimes I love it so much that I'm just like, you know what? Even if it's not as good, I just like that they're doing more stuff. I like
Okay,
those.
well,
I
there's
like
that.
those. I like those
There's that.
characters. They made a
Right.
fucking
And there's a
third.
nung.
They made a third Bill and Ted movie when they were old over the
Right. Was
past
that good,
couple
by the way?
years. Nowhere near as good as the first two,
Okay.
but I would be lying if I didn't say that I did. I smiled. I didn't smile all the way through. I smiled all the way through the fucking movie because they did what I like with these movies, where they leaned into the fact that these dudes are old and this is the shit they did when they were younger. Like
Right.
it leans into that, and
Okay.
so it wasn't what I wanted it to be, but there was enough in it that I was just like, you know what, this is nice. It was because it was right in the middle of the pandemic when that movie came out, and so I remember sitting and watching it with my whole family, and just me just
Okay.
thinking to myself, you know what, this is a good time. Like they didn't need
Okay.
to make this movie,
Right.
but the
Is
fact that they
anyone
made
asking for it?
well, we all as fans, we were always like, are Bill and Ted going to come back? But once they started talking about the idea of the movie is that they're now old and they still haven't accomplished what they were supposed to accomplish in the first two movies, I'm like, that's a cool idea. So they,
Oh, okay.
because it's like, because there's a whole point to the first two movies of what's supposed to be happening at the end game of it all,
Okay.
but you don't know for sure that it happens. And they do this movie
Oh,
where they
okay.
go, now it's 30 years later. Guess what?
Uh-huh.
Didn't happen. And so that's kind of like
Oh, okay.
that's kind of, anyway, but I looked at it as like, you know what? It didn't ruin the first two movies for me, even if I didn't like it as much. So I just kind of look at things that way. Like, did I get entertainment out of it at all? Like, do I like The Wizard of Oz enough that I enjoy this other story about characters from Wizard of Oz? But I mean, I don't like Wizard of Oz enough to even care one way or the other. Like, it was a movie that when I was younger I watched, and then when I was in my 20s and I did like film school stuff, I'd be like, all right, I get the importance of this, and how it looks, and I don't know, but it's like it's a musical, so that's already kind of lost on me anyway.
Oh, you love musicals.
I'm not opposed to musicals. I can think of two exceptions. Little Shop of Horrors, fucking great. West Side Story.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Is that a musical?
Yeah,
I've
totally.
only seen it once, so I don't remember. Rocky Horror Picture Show, that's good too.
Yeah, that was good.
But West Side Story is one of those movies that like I don't know why, but it just like connected with me, and I'm just
Sure,
like,
sure, sure.
even the dancing parts are absolutely entertaining, and
Oh,
I'm just like,
it's entertaining. That's
yeah.
what that movie is doing.
So I'm
Right.
just
Yeah.
like, and
And
and Natalie Wood,
immigrants.
Natalie Wood
Oh,
too.
sure, sure, sure. Isn't that weird though?
Well, they're
That's
not really
another.
immigrants. They're from Puerto Rico. They're
Wow.
Americans.
Were they Americans then though? Was that a territory at that point?
Yes,
It
but
was. How long has Puerto Rico been a territory?
Fuck, I don't
When
know.
you're all white in America, all that business, that's not about
Let me see. Hold on.
okay.
How long has Puerto Rico been a territory of America?
Dear AI.
Since 1898. So yes.
Really? Okay. We'll see.
So really, it makes that movie even sadder because they're dealing with racism from people from their own fucking country.
Yes. Did you, well, except for they don't have, they're a territory and not a state and they can't vote. Can I ask you a question? Did you see the remake of that?
No, but it was Steven Spielberg, wasn't it?
It was good. I mean, if you just want to be entertained again, it was good. It was fine.
I don't
You
get
know?
the point of remaking it. It's like that dude, director he's really good, but he remade Psycho like shot for shot. And I'm just like, why did you do that? Why would you
Well,
do that?
okay. So you and Eddie talked about that, about why would bands do that to the records? And you're like, don't do it. It's fine. Why
Yeah,
do you gotta do
why
it?
make it again?
I totally understand why they made it again. You ready for this one? They want to own it.
Oh,
Like I would love to record Heavy Bag over again so that the new versions were not owned by Sony.
oh,
Who
so that's
now
why
owns it?
people record shitty. Okay.
Dude, I'm in a lot. I think I'm in some trouble with I got a letter from Sony saying that and like here's what's really weird. I didn't buy my record and put it on Spotify. They bought my record and put it on Spotify, you know, and great. Thank you. A lot of people can listen to it now because it's on Spotify. But every
Yeah.
time someone listens to it, they're chalking up a little percentage of a penny. And every time it dinks over into a thing, they're like, we owe you $2. And they don't know who to send it to. So they got a hold of me and I'm like, I guess you can send it to me. I talked to the guys or whatever. I'm like, whatever. I still had the paperwork from the Super Chief Publishing from back in 90 whatever. So I go, they're asking for a TIN number, like a tax identification number or whatever. I go and I go through all the paperwork and I find the TIN number. I find the registration for Super Chief Publishing and I just go,
Dude.
okay, fine. I put it down on there and they're like, and then so, go ahead. What?
No, keep
What?
going. I'm going. I have a thing in my brain when you're done.
Well, I mean, that's basically the story. So I got a thing from Sony saying, look, we don't know who to, first of all, I cashed none of the checks.
Yeah.
I just add up the checks, which I think is $20, and then so
Most
I
of that's
divide
from
that.
me.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. Oh, then you are giving me money. So what I do
Yep.
is I put money in a card and I just
Yeah.
mail it to Mike, Daryl, and Tim. And I
Yeah.
go, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what's going on because I don't even know if the bank will publish. I don't know if the bank will cash the checks, and it's like $20, like over
So if
2 years.
so
20 bucks over
Sony,
2 years. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's $20 a month or 20. It's like it's a cumulative.
so you were contacted by the label themselves
Sony Entertainment Group or
to
whatever.
say that they
Yes.
don't know.
That the TIN number that I gave them does not match what the IRS has for the. And I'm like, well, I don't know. You asked me for a TIN number for Super Chief Publishing. I gave
Yeah.
you the TIN number. So I explained this whole thing in a big long letter. Like, dude, I thought this thing was toast. I thought it was in the ground. I
By
thought it was
letter,
buried.
did you write out a letter and mail it
I
in the post?
literally wrote them a letter and mailed it snail mail.
Oh man. Here's where my brain goes. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I want you to figure out how to get a meeting with somebody from the label
Okay.
to, if not,
I love talking to people.
if not, yes, exactly. If not to fully just give the rights over to one of you,
Mhm.
ask them if you can. God, this would be so great because there's an amazing label called Music on Vinyl,
Oh,
and
they print you. Mhm.
and they do repressings
Mhm.
of a lot of shit from the 90s that
That
was
only
just
came
kind
out
of
on
just
CD.
discarded.
Mhm.
And I'm all like, see if you can finagle a deal to where you can be involved in this, like a reissue of the album, because that'd be amazing. I know people that would buy that shit, first off,
Okay.
but also that would give you some kind of control for like an actual release of the album and being involved in. I don't know, I feel like it's like a full circle kind of moment, like of like this old stuff from your life.
Sure.
You're able to now represent it to the public now.
Right. Right.
And then it will spark some interest and you guys will reform.
Oh man, you better be talking to Daryl about this, man. Or Tim.
Daryl's in. I'm gonna.
You got him in.
I'm gonna convince him.
Okay, all right, and Tim, for that matter, you're gonna have to go for him.
Whatever.
So here's what and I thank you for saying this stuff, and I appreciate that you're like even excited about any of these thoughts.
It would be amazing.
So thank you. Well, so what I think I would like to do is fucking try to get the ones that EJ has. The guy who did the guy who produced the record. He's got mixes. He's got to have mixes.
Does he?
He's got to.
He has like original
mixes and takes. I'm sure he's got them.
But here's what I'm saying: because you're in contact with them, you can work with them to say, "Hey, we can do a proper release of this because I can access original tapes." We can get a professional to come in and master them for vinyl or
that would be interesting. But I don't. Yeah, that is interesting. Like, who has those tapes? Like, who has the tapes? Don't know.
I'm just saying, like, it would just be fascinating to do because I am, I live vicariously through you in a lot of these things.
Okay.
Because you essentially had that part of your life that I wanted. Because I've said it many times. I would not have been a good rock star, but I would like to have had the experience of album
I was very
label,
bad at it too, by the way.
on tour, making a music video, going up, opening for bands or whatever. Just that brief period of time, like that's the experience. I'm like, oh, I wanted to have that brief experience.
Right. Back when labels were a thing and
back when like there was excitement in the music industry.
Oh, of course. 100%.
Yeah. And I know you've said before how you didn't handle a lot of things very well. But it almost makes it even more poetic if in hindsight, as an older man, you're now able to take this music that, in my opinion, you should be very proud of and like,
well, I am very proud of it.
Put it out because both those albums are fucking insane. Not to mention the fucking demos that never got released. Like all of that shit is worth putting out there. Anyway, that's just me.
I mean,
I'm a fan, by the way, if you didn't know.
Oh, dude, thank you.
That's how we met.
It is. Yeah. Thank you, Daryl. Daryl, someone sent him your link.
Yeah. I'm sure it was EJ.
Oh, really?
Because he was the first one that reached out to me.
About the video?
Yeah. Because
what did he say to you?
He responded and said, I saw this video, and I think he gave me some tidbits about the recording and said, I have this remixed version of the song from the 7-inch. Do you want it? And I was like, hell
Resistance.
Yeah. And he sent me his remixed version of that song.
It's a great remix.
And that was the beginning. That was the first contact I had. And then I think he said he was going to try to get in contact with one of you. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where it started.
Okay.
But the first person to contact me after him was you.
Oh yeah, dude. As soon as I saw that video, I was like, oh.
Yeah. So whoever he got in touch with that let you know about it.
Daryl let me know about it.
Yeah, Daryl didn't contact me. It was you. You were the first one.
In fact, I don't even know how the internet works, and so he's the one who I didn't even know that there was an email attached to your YouTube channel, and he sent that to me. Isn't that how I got a hold of you on that thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Through email.
Yes, but specifically your YouTube email.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is my normal email that I use. It just goes straight to that. Because I remember where I was. That's how fucking awesome it was for me. I was sitting in the waiting area while my son was getting his hair done.
Nice.
And the fucking email came through. And at first, because I was so kind of frazzled, I'm like, he's from Stick. I'm like, who is this from Stick? And I had to go like Google it. And I'm all like, this is the singer? And I was just like, No Groovy himself has
reached out.
And so I just remember being like, oh my God. And I told my wife, I was like, oh my God, this guy reached out to me. And then the rest is history. It's been a romance in the making.
It has been a bromance. And I got to say, man, that was the best thing that ever happened to this band was that video you made.
Oh, thank you. That's
in my opinion. It was
very
nice.
Sweet.
Yeah. It made you go, oh. Maybe we were okay.
I'm telling you,
Right, yeah.
with something that has more of a reach could really like bring that music in front of people, and it could become one of those like lost grails of like, oh my God, how did we not know about this? I'm not even kidding. I'm serious,
Lost
dude.
Grails. That's awesome, dude. Like the
It
Knights of
really
the Round
is.
Table or
It's
Quest.
just one of those. It's one of those things that like
Right.
you're going to have a small amount of people that go, I think I remember that, and then you're going to have these other people that go, where's this been all? I don't even remember this. This is amazing.
Right.
So I just,
Well, just go look at your local dollar bin or Goodwill store. They're all sitting in there
not
with the cracked
anymore. Not
Oh, okay.
anymore. You got to go to eBay for that shit now.
Oh, okay. Right on, dude. Right on. Okay. So what time is it?
It's 9:40 and I have to pee like it's 10:40. So I mean,
Yeah, I'm doing a little dance over here too. So
okay. Well, it's been amazing again.
okay. Yep.
Always a pleasure.
A total.
Next time we'll do some more music. Let's quickly say goodbye to everybody out there so we can
Oh
do real
yeah.
goodbyes.
Yes, thank you so much, Internet.
Thank you for watching Summum's Bonums.
Summum
And
bonum.
put some comments down below and let us know
Please.
if you made it this far. Just tell us.
Oh, your chocolate bow tie. Chocolate bow tie. I
Chocolate
think
bow
that-
tie.
Whatever. That was ours.
Just tell us that you made it this far and it was entertaining. And
Please enjoy the movies we watched because we enjoyed them.
Put
So,
your thoughts about Swimming to Cambodia and the commitments down below. And
Sweet.
then
Awesome.
we will see you next time on Summum Bonum. Everybody have a nice life. Please don't drown in the ocean
yeah,
because it's bad.
it's bad.
But I hope, you know what? But I hope you all have a perfect moment today. Okay. Bye.
Nice. Bye.